Ground in Taunton is doubleheader action in the Vitality Blast. The Somerset men's and women's team conclude their group stage campaign. First, Sophie Luff's women's side take on Essex. It's a 2:30 start. It's 5th against 6th. And then Lewis Gregory's men's team later on this evening take on the Worcestershire Rapids. That is a 6:35 start in the Central and West Group, and is winner takes all as to who progresses through to the quarter-finals. A big thank you to today's match sponsor, Aeronix, who were founded to change how we think about home ventilation. They design high-performance systems that manage your environment with precision, ensuring constant, efficient circulation of fresh air. It is going to be a hot one here in Taunton today, so please stay hydrated and keep applying sunscreen throughout the day. We have plenty of activities as well throughout the day. We've got the Thatcher's Can Slalom race in the interval of the men's game. Look out as well for the Wallins Ozone Challenge and also the Howard Motor Group Crown Catch, which will have some prizes associated with them. So keep attention throughout the day. And of course, we may have some tickets to give away to both women's and men's Vitality Blast Finals Day, which are happening next weekend. So it's going to be a day of action on and off the pitch, and hopefully a couple of wins for Somerset as well. The toss coming up shortly for the women's game, which is a 2:30 start. Somerset taking on Essex in the Vitality Blast. The toss about 5 minutes away. toss time here between Somerset and Essex. Down pitch side with the two captains, so Club and Grace Scriven. And our mascot Cat has the coin. Cat, give it a spin. Heads is the call, and it is indeed a head. Essex have won the toss. Grace, what have you decided to do?
So we're going to have a bat first today.
Going to have a bat first. Any particular reason behind that decision?
I think obviously the pitch is a bit new, so we're hoping to get first use of it, put a score on, and then obviously look to defend.
And look, from your side's point of view, a really good win coming into this. Bit of momentum for the team into your last group game?
Yeah, I think so. I think we did a lot of things right, which was really pleasing for us. So we're looking to do the same today, obviously, and hopefully get another win.
And personally, in the runs at the moment, runs for England Day, come back to Essex runs as well. Are you really happy with how your game's going at the moment?
Yeah, I feel like it's going nicely, but I think, yeah, you just got to take game by game, and that's what we can do. And just try and keep influencing the game positively for the team.
Grace, thanks very much. Best of luck. Sophie, if I can bring you in very quickly, lost toss bowling first. Would you want to tell us back yourself?
Yeah, Cat's ruined my record there, to be honest. We've been going pretty well this year, but we're really happy to have fun. That's what we've done. So, yeah, we've had to chase them on this wicket.
And look, from a team point of view, a really good first half to the season. Slightly tailed off, we lost in the last game. Can't qualify for the final day, but a chance to end on a positive note today.
Yeah, absolutely. I think today it's just about committing to how we want to play. We've done some really good things throughout this competition. So, yeah, it'd be great if we can put it all together today.
And look, you've had Charlie Dean back with the side the last couple of days. How big a boost has that been?
Yeah, it's awesome. Charlie loves playing cricket. She loves playing back for Somerset. So, yeah, it's great to have her in the ranks. We've also got a young sort of spinners triplet. So, yeah, she Addison comes in as the fourth spinner, which is really cool. And hopefully those girls will keep learning off her.
Sophie, thank you very much. So the news from the toss is that Essex have won the toss and elected to bat first. Blast off is just under half hour away.
Burn my tongue, make me shake. Mix it up or give it to me straight. Turn me on, make me say.
I'd like to remind everyone of the ground regulation that spectators may not come onto the playing area at any time. Anyone ignoring this request will be ejected, liable to prosecution and exclusion from cricket grounds. I am sure you appreciate these measures are in place for the safety of everyone, particularly the players and officials. Spectators shall not engage in any conduct or acts towards any player or match official, steward, or another spectator in a manner which offends, insults, intimidates, or threatens that person with any form of discrimination. In the interests of safety and security, we kindly ask you to keep your bags and belongings with you at all times. Any bags found unattended may be removed. Please keep an eye on the playing area during warm-ups and play, as balls can often be hit into the crowd. If bad behaviour is spoiling your day with us, you can contact our stewarding team quick and easily by texting SCCC Steward to 66777. That's text SCCC Steward to 66777 with your message or speaking to your nearest steward. We are dedicated to raising the game, so if you witness it, challenge it, call it out. Just over 5 minutes to go until blast off here at the Cooper Associates County Ground. A reminder
that Essex have won the toss and elected to bat first. The first half goal, let's have a look at the two teams, starting with our visitors, Essex. 29 and captain, Grace Scriven. 27, Annika Bock. Wearing 16, Sophia Smale. Number 9 is Jodie Grukov. 25, Liberty Heath. 14 is Joanne Gardner. 25, Bryony Gilgrass. Wearing 17 and keeping Amara Carr. Number 10, Eva Gray. 11, Kate Kopak. And wearing 8, Esme McGregor. Now, for the first time today, let's have a look at your Somerset side. Wearing 18, sponsored by Glastonbury Abbey, Bex Hodges. 63, sponsored by Academy ICT as captain, Sophie Luff. Number 4, sponsored by Amicus Law, Annika Leroy. Sponsored by Hammering Rubber and Plastics, it's 27, Neve Holland. 24, sponsored by Fusion Fostering, Charlie Dean. Sponsored by Joseph Caston Estate Agency and wearing 25, Alex Griffiths. Sponsored by Barton Law, wearing 22 and keeping, Jess Hazel. Sponsored by Pub Supplies, 20 is Chloe Skelton. Wearing 95, sponsored by Home Finders, is Liv Barr. Sponsored by Back Solicitors, wearing 23, Lola Harris. And number 16, sponsored by King's College, is Erin Bagusic. Big thank you to today's Guard of Honour.
Welcome to Taunton. It is a beautiful day here. Clear blue skies. We've got a double header, one of which will bring you here on the live stream. The first game, Somerset women are taking on the visitors, Essex. And as you can see on your screens there, it is a glorious summer's day here in July at the County Ground in Taunton. I'm Charlie Taylor. I'm alongside Pete Trigo. We'll be joined by Emma Corney as well a little bit later on, who's currently out of the Somerset squad with injury. Pete, good afternoon. How are you?
Hi, Charlie. How are you?
Yeah.
Another cracking day of entertainment here at the Cooper Associates County Ground. Looking forward to it. Weather is absolutely splendid and nice to see a decent crowd sort of milling around, and it will get even more milly and larger as the day goes on, no doubt.
A few fireworks as the players go out onto the pitch. What we don't need is more heat, really, in a day like this. It was about 32 in my car.
Yeah, they those Vitality Blast fire thrower things, when you're walking past them, they pump out some heat.
Oh yeah.
Probably not a surprise as there are flames coming out of them, but yeah, that's not what you need on a warm day. And always my bugbear when I played county cricket, especially the Somerset brand, is we generally play in black.
I was just saying
Black
this,
polyester gets quite warm on days like this.
just saying this to director Ben, saying this is the days that the players, I'm sure, hate playing in all black. It looks great. It's a sleek look, but it isn't it isn't good if you're in these high temperatures. But there we are. I think it's going to be hot whatever colour you're wearing, to be honest. It's one of those days, isn't it? I'll run you through the teams quickly, so we can see the umpire putting on the stumps there. Hassan Adnan, Julia Jarvis and Mike Smith are our umpires here this afternoon for the women's game. Should we start off with the Somerset women? Bex Hodges and Sophie Luff at the start. The captain, Sophie Luff. Anika Leroy. Neve Holland. Charlie Dean is back from England duty. Alex Griffiths, Jess Hazel, the wicketkeeper, Chloe Skelton, Liv Barnes, Lola Harris and Erin Vukusic is how the Somerset women line up. And the Essex lineup is Grace Scrivens and Annika Bosch, who the two you can see at the moment with bats in their hands, or at least one of them on your screen there. Jodie Grukov, Sophia Smale, Liberty Heap, Jo Gardner, Amara Carr, wicketkeeper Bryony Gilgrass, Eva Gray, Kate Kopak and Esme McGregor make up the Essex side. So we'll see these two go head to head on a very hot day, and it looks like it's going to be Charlie Dean who gets things going. Got to talk about some news today as well, which I've only heard on the car on the way here.
Oh,
now.
that's close. That's close.
Great
Must have
shout.
been a bit of wood on that, I reckon, Charlie. That looked pretty adjacent. Saved by a nick, I would imagine.
It's the only thing you'd have thought. It's dead straight and in front. It's a slightly angled camera angle here.
Oh, yeah. That's a good
Think she's got
solid edge on that one.
Yeah. Attempted pull shot on one knee, but doesn't get hold of it.
What's this news then, Charlie? I'm excited.
Well, the news is, well, I mean, it's great news for one of the greats of the sport, but it will impact Somerset. And that is that Heather Knight has announced her retirement. Former England captain has announced retirement from international cricket.
Any chance for on the M4 at the moment, trying to make it for the second innings?
She's trying to get a bit of space for herself. That goes down the leg side. Who knows? Maybe she was there. Maybe she's racing back. But yes, she's retired from international cricket. Heather Knight, she will be once she finishes off this Test match that women are currently playing at Lords. First time the women have ever played a Test match at Lords. So we may well see more of her here at Taunton as that is forced through for a quick single.
Yeah, well, brilliant for Somerset to have someone of the class and experience of Heather Knight around the group. I think, I think it feels quite clear that, the way that Sophie Luff and Annika Leroyd has played, I definitely think that's bled through in terms of confidence, and it's so important, I think, for young batters to watch high-quality performers go about their business in practice, in games, and having Heather around more often than not, I think, will be a massive, massive positive for the young Somerset batters. Just having a look at the Somerset lineup, and I thought, God, that looks a bit sort of spin heavy, and I think it is, but it's a really well balanced team, Somerset's, isn't it? You have a look at the seam options. You got Griff, Neve Holland, and Erin Vukusic, and then you've got Lola Harris, Barnes, Skelton, Dean. So 7 really high quality bowlers. So lots of options for the captain to utilise throughout this innings, and that's beautifully played by Grace Scrivens through the offside. It races here at Taunton. Anything sideways, that's the first boundary of the day.
Lovely shot.
Very strong through that sort of cover point region. I suppose like a lot of left-handers, but a number of times I've watched Grace Scrivens score runs against Somerset. That's been a very, very fruitful area for her. That ends the first over. 6 runs from it. No loss. Always been caught in 2 minds about spin first over, Charlie. It feels the negative side of it. I think it's if you play relatively conservatively, it gives both batters an opportunity just to see a few balls. The new Kookaburra is likely with the lacquer on just to skid on. It's not going to spin a huge amount, and you get a few sighters. I've always felt like hitting teams hard with your seamers, putting them under a bit of pressure, that ball coming down a little bit quicker, and challenging those reactions early on is my preference.
A few in the snot box.
Maybe if you've got the old effort ball and you can rattle the cage, always keeps batters on the back foot. We've got our first look at seam, and Griff getting a usual in-swing towards the right-hander. A nice bit of work there down the leg side from Jess Hazel. Looks like that wind, looking at the flags, is going to be assisting Griff's in-swing, because she normally bowls from the Trescothic stand end. She's had a switcheroo today. That breeze across the ground will definitely be helping her move the ball back in towards the stumps, but that's beautifully played. Bosch through the offside for 4. What a great name for an opening batter. Bosch.
That is perfect, isn't it?
Nicely played. Just watching that swing back in towards the stumps. It was certainly not a wide delivery, but played off the back foot and timed beautifully. Another good shot. Poor start from Griff. A wide. And that one. Four written all over it. Bosch didn't let her down. She's not quite timed that, but maybe needed something on it to take that for four. The fine leg fielder Lola Harris. Griff under pressure. 9 runs off those first 2 deliveries. Another ball down the leg side, pulled away to Chloe Skelton, who does well to keep that to a single.
So that's the other side of it, isn't it? It's the risk of, if you're starting with seam, the seam not quite getting a line right, starting off with a few that go for 4 and suddenly pressure goes straight onto the bowling side. I guess it can happen, as you said, it can happen with spin as well, but if you're not quite on that perfect line, start of a T20, you've got so little margin for error in a T20, especially in a power play when the fielding restrictions are in.
Yeah, I mean, what you're really trying to achieve at those first couple of overs is, the obvious one is to take a wicket or 2. But really you want batters to hit great shots to get boundaries, and that hasn't been the case this over so far from Griff. A couple of loose deliveries and they've been punished, but it's much better. Keep the stumps in play, get the length right. 16 without loss, so Essex off to a little bit of a flyer here.
A bit wider of the off stump there, just pushed out towards the fielder. Deep extra cover, just 1 from it. Pete was straight on the aircon unit when you came in. You're on it with that. You're very good. It was broken for a while. I'm pleased they fixed it.
I took great pleasure on Friday, telling everyone that was sweating, there's a catch out into the deep and it's been taken. I think that's Neve Holland out there. A good catch. She's just been told off for not throwing the ball in hard enough and it bouncing too many times, but she's forgotten about that. That's a brilliant wicket and a good end to what was a bit of a pour over from Griff, and all of a sudden she'll be pretty happy about her over's work there. Oh, a bit of a juggling effort there, just stuck in the elbow there from Neve Holland.
She's gone full hammer and tongs at the shot. Just didn't quite fully get it. It hasn't gone the whole way, and the fielder is out there. It's a risk with the fielder there, especially a fielder as good as Neve Holland, who, as you say, Pete, didn't quite get it cleanly, but clean enough.
Don't think there was much hand involved there. There was hand into the crease of the elbow, but luckily for Somerset and Neve Holland, that stuck. Yeah, that's a shot of 2 halves. I would imagine on point of contact, Bosch would have been thinking happy old days, and then she would have looked up and gone, oh no, I haven't, have I? Neve didn't really have to move there, did she?
No, if you're aiming there, essentially you've got to put it over the head or drop it short and go for a couple. And what she's done, she's managed to basically, as you say, put it down her throat.
She'll be frustrated with that, and I think, is that Sophia Smale who's coming at number 3?
Yep.
Would know all of these players very well, spending a lot of their time playing for Western Storm. Erin Vukusic replacing Charlie Dean, and a wide down the leg side. And a good stop there from Jess Hazel again down the leg side.
Smell was a good success story from Western Storm. One of quite a few. Very talented player.
Better line and length there from Vukusic. Every time I see Erin bowl, she seems to take a wicket in a first over, so a bit of a golden arm. Sure she'd like to start this bowling innings off with. Wicket, Sophia Smale on strike for her first ball. Into the pads, and they're going to scramble a leg by. Direct hit could have been close. Yeah, I took great pleasure on Friday when all my friends were in the stands. They were saying, "Oh, it's hot out here." I was like, "It's 21 degrees in the commentary box." Nicely played there from Scrivens out to that mid-wicket boundary. Neve Holland, one of the key fielders in the Somerset team. You'll see Neve Holland and Alex Griffiths do the majority of the high traffic areas.
Yeah, regularly involved with the play.
Good first over here from Vakusic, looking to close out the last couple of balls. Always feels like a win if your over goes for 6, maybe 7 in a power play. Another good delivery and nice shot for no run. We always used to talk about that, Charlie, as a bowling unit. The last couple of balls of an over into the first couple of balls of the next over. Make sure you keep the pressure on, and he's done a good job there. That wicket from Griff. Oh, that's nearly snuck through. How's that not bolder? Just down the leg side.
I don't know if it got a reverse angle, but good to see how that didn't hit the stumps.
There wasn't I don't think I saw a leg by signal, so maybe an inside edge on that one. Yeah, inside edge onto the pad.
Which returns with a wide variety of tailored food options, which will also be available to purchase on the day.
No fault, no foul there from Jess Hazel. That was plenty of deflections on the way through there for a couple of runs. Smale gets off the mark, 23 for 1.
Delicious food stalls, games,
giveaways. Charlie Dean
lots of action to come
into the attack from the river end.
I was quite surprised that she wasn't used by England in the Test match, but England's loss is Somerset's game. Crucial part of England's World Cup runners-up final losing team. The team that finished second in the World Cup, Charlie Dean, had a huge part to play in getting England there. Oh, that's nicely threading the gap at point. Scrivens just sort of stepping away, cutting what was actually quite a small gap between those two fielders. She's found it perfectly. So 4 more to the total.
Yeah, certainly a strength area, as I mentioned there, for Scrivens, just slightly short. Just a fraction outside off stump, but Scrivens stayed on top of that beautifully and placed it perfectly.
Nicely bowled. Not a lot that Scrivens could do with that one.
Yeah, it certainly looks like that's the shot that Scrivens is trying to line up. Just hanging back and accessing that offside. Charlie Dean knows it. She's shifting her point fielder a little bit finer. Tightened up her line. That just gets nudged into the leg side for 1.
Well, I mentioned that Charlie Dean had a big part to play in England getting to the final of the World Cup, the T20 World Cup that's just finished. She was captain for quite a lot of the games because Nat Sciver-Brunt was injured. Charlie Dean is the vice-captain. So to have the England stand-in captain in your T20 side, no wonder she's sort of playing with her field there. She's been doing it for the last month. Yeah, exactly.
Marshalling the troops.
Coming down the pitch a little bit, Sophia Smale. It's a good shot over Dean's head, 4 more.
That's a good confident shot there from Sophia Smale. Back over the bowler's head for 4. Yeah, there was actually a really, I think, an exceptional bit of captaincy from Charlie Dean. Nothing to do with tactics or anything, but I think Sophie Eccleston took a diving forward catch that got VAR.
Yes, it did.
Is
yeah.
it no DRS or
VAR.
reviewed or whatever?
You've been watching a lot of the World Cup.
And it looked for all intents and purposes a clean catch, and it was given not out, and Sophie Eccleston fired up and was making a movement towards the umpire, and Charlie Dean was straight in, just said, calm down, don't do it. That's at least 50% of your match fee if you have a go at the umpire. So
that's good. They always look. Oh, it's just jumped up on the fielder. Harris, I think, is there. They always look worse on slow-mo, don't they? Those fingertip just underneath the ball sort of catches, they never look as clean.
I think there was a lot of controversy over a number of them a few years back, and I remember a piece being done on them where they had the same cameras and they just had one of the commentators with ball in hand, all fingers underneath, and they just placed their hand on the floor.
And it looked
like a non-catch. So
Somerset for the first time today, sponsored by Pump Supplies 20, Chloe Skelton.
Yeah, I think with those you almost have, personally, you look at the replay, and unless it's absolutely without any doubt, you can see it bounce off the floor. I think you just have to go with an on-field decision.
It's so difficult as well when you're the fielder, sort of, especially if you have to dive forward. I had one at Trent Bridge in a T20 quarter-final.
I remember it well.
Alex Hales hit it at me. I tell you what, the rest of that night from the stand at Trent Bridge was quite something.
I also remember your celebration.
Yeah.
Finger to the lips, wasn't it?
But it went up on the big screen, and as you say, it looked a lot worse. It looked like it was a potential bump ball, but it was given out. It was upheld by the umpire. But that was quite an evening. How is that not snuck through onto the stumps there? Let's have a look at that replay. Lovely delivery, just slid on back leg, and that's just gone up and over the stumps. Brilliant bit of, nearly a brilliant bit of work from Jess Hazel behind the stumps. Skelt's also been playing some representative cricket, which is brilliant for England, eh?
Great to see that. Well deserved. Well deserved. Big fan of Chloe Skelton. She's a fantastic cricketer.
Yeah, she's superb to be around, to coach. She's just a natural energy giver, wholehearted cricketer, and brilliant how I think the catalyst for her getting that recognition is her performances with the bat. She's really come on leaps and bounds over the off season into this year. Made herself into a genuine all-rounder now, which is so valuable. She started her bowling spell well here. 33 for 1 at the moment. A couple of balls left in this 5th over. Somerset keeping it tight.
Had to hit it. Stepping back, but hitting right in front of the stumps. In the end, coming through for a pretty confident single. Just going to take a look at Skelton's stats with the bat. High score in list A cricket of 134, not out. 4 50s. You can't argue with that. So someone who's in the team primarily for her bowling. An average of 28.2. And in T20s, a high score of 70 not out. Very useful.
Strings to the bow. Very important, especially in limited overs cricket, that you can do a job with bat ball. Yeah, she's also a very good fielder. Again, she's another fielder that would always be in those high traffic areas. She's currently at deep backward square.
Yes.
Griff coming back on to replace Charlie Dean at the river end for this all-important 6th over, last over of that power play. Oh, that's really well played. Sophia Smale, and a super bit of fielding right on cue from Skelts, diving and saving a run for a team. Looks like she's done herself a little bit of a mischief. Hopefully nothing serious. She's tough as old boots, his
I was gonna
scouts.
say, she's hobbling away, but she'll be all right. Somerset would love a wicket. No, I mean, Somerset would always love a wicket, but when you look at a power play, you definitely being one down at the end of the power play is definitely a batting power play, really, isn't it? That's the team that you look at being on top. If you finish 2 down, especially if you can get 3 down, you start thinking, well, the bowlers have come back into it, but at the moment, Essex will feel like they're on top, just that 1 wicket. Probably could have left that. Oh, it's gone through the fielder as well. I think that's Leroy, doesn't it? He's normally extremely good in the field.
It's Lola Harris,
Lola Harris, yeah.
just down there. Took a bit of an awkward bounce in front of her. It's one of those ones that you occasionally get in the field that's come quickly, and one of those ones where you kind of just hope you got the dentist on speed dial. It's taking a nasty bounce in front of her, and fortunately for Lola, popped over her shoulder. Not fortunate for Griff's bowling figures, though.
Yeah, it's not nice to see that ball bouncing there and coming at you, but I was just in the point of saying probably could have left that one for a wide, but actually getting the 4 from it obviously is a better way to go about it. Again, that's gone down the leg side, and again it's going to be 4 more. I think she has got bat on that as well. I don't think it's leg buys. Let's have a look.
A couple of poor deliveries there from Alex Griff, especially from round the wicket. That's quite a big miss to be that far down the leg side, expecting the ball to swing. It just stayed straight on the line. Back-to-back boundaries. Something what Somerset don't want. 6th over is always a very tough over to bowl. The batters know it's their last chance to make the most of those fields, and another one down the leg side. Is it going to win the race for 4? I think it might do, and it has. That's a turkey. That's 3 in a row again, right?
This is expensive now for Somerset. So I was just saying how the batting team would feel like on top of about 37, 36 for 1 at the start of the over. Yeah, you've not run away with the runs. But now 49 for 1, still in the power play, couple of balls left. This has very much been Essex.
You're never more than an over away in T20 cricket of getting right back on track, and this has put Essex in control of this power play.
That's a wide.
And a wide now. All 4 deliveries, 5 deliveries have been down the leg side. I think I'll credit Scrivens for the 3rd boundary, because it did look like she made a movement across to off stump slightly, but still it was way too straight.
And that's brought the team 50 up as well. And running 2 here if the throw's good. Not quite on target enough. Good running.
Yeah, this is a hurry up and finish over this one. Lots of runs coming from it. What have we got? 8, 12, 14, 17, 18 so far with 1 ball to go. It's a big over. Just releasing that pressure that Somerset had built up in those first 5, and that for me is just Essex slightly edging that power play, even with the loss of that 1 wicket. 53 for 1 after 6.
Absolutely gorgeous day today. Proper cricket weather this bit, although even might get going to be too hot. It's the poor old women who get the heat of the day. The men come in when it gets a bit cooler.
Yeah, there's a little bit of a draft today. There's a nice breeze.
Yes, coolish breeze. Yeah.
The Friday it was just stagnant, completely just quite fierce actually.
Yeah.
In the early 30s, wasn't it?
Unpleasant. Yeah.
Could be worse. Could be raining.
Could be raining. We could be sitting here
Wet and
waffling on about
cold.
absolutely nothing whilst we're waiting for the cricket to start. At least we've got something
Us
to talk
Brits,
about.
we're never happy about the weather, are we?
No.
When the sun's shining, it's too hot, and you get into October, November. Where's the summer gone?
I bet Western Super Vegas is
I'll be
busy.
pumping today, mate.
Yeah.
At Seafront. The donkeys will be up and down the beachfront. Hopefully they're getting plenty of hydration breaks. The pier will be doing a roaring trade, no doubt. Skelton bowling her second. She's only gone for 3 runs in her 8 balls so far. Full toss, and she gets away with that one. Smale slapping that straight to Leroyd at mid-off.
2 very different balls. This one's in the air, could be caught. Taken! And Griffiths is really happy about that. Throws the ball back. A bit of frustration, I think, in there as well, given what happened in the previous over that she just bowled, but she helps take that wicket. Smale goes 10.
Yeah, great wicket that. Former teammates, always an extra little bonus, getting a former teammate out. A bit of banter with that, no doubt. But yeah, Skelts wasn't the greatest ball that Skelts has bowled today. Dragged down, but Sophia Smale's eyes have lit up. She's gone for the big one. Just didn't quite get enough of it. And a good catch, deep mid wicket.
Bit of running to get there. Griffiths, it wasn't easiest catch.
Well, both wickets in similar fashions, not brilliant deliveries, but with the outfield being relatively sizable, I think you've got to be really sure that you can clear those ropes to take it aerial. And I think both of those deliveries, they were short enough where I think you could have been a little bit more precise with the angle you're trying to hit that on. Try and hit it for 4 rather than 6. That'd be my suggestion. But good for Somerset, they needed that wicket because the 6th over was a little bit forgettable, wasn't it, from a Somerset point of view?
Bit of a stinker, really.
That's the word I was going to use.
Yeah, I think that's fair to say. I think even if you spoke to
say what you see,
Alex Griffiths about that,
she would definitely.
Say, yeah, that's a stinker.
Griff would definitely call that over something worse than a stinker.
Well, we know that she's got a lot better than that in the tank. Just sometimes the line doesn't quite go to plan.
Yeah, she's been good this year, Griff. Plenty of wickets.
Skelton continues then. It's Jodie Grucott, the new batter, who doesn't lay anything on that one and hits the pad. Good from Skelton again. Keeping things very tight. Gone for those 3 runs from 11 deliveries and a wicket. And it'll be 3 from 12. Very good stuff from Chloe Skelton. Exactly what was needed.
Yeah, that's a brilliant comeback for Somerset, led by Chloe Skelton. 2 overs, 1 for 3. Superb. Superb stuff. I think we've got another change of bowling at the River End. It looks like Olivia Barnes with a left arm spin is coming on to bowl. 7 overs gone here at the Cooper Associates County Ground. Essex currently 54 for 2.
Bowling from the River End for the first time today, sponsored by Home Finders 95. Live Bar.
That one a bit Daft Punk. In between the overs. Scrivens on 29 from 21 deliveries. Unable to find a gap there. Goes straight to Leroyd. Over the luminous green protective mat they've put over the one of the pitches there. Well, that takes an edge. Genuine edge. Hasn't got the legs to go all the way. Harris calls it in.
I'm assuming the ground is set up. That'll be protecting a pitch for something coming up. Men will be playing on this surface as well. Just tucked into the leg side by Scrivens, who's playing nicely. She's on 32. Just 24 balls, so going nicely. With experience, you'll know that she needs to put a sizable contribution together for today.
Somerset currently in 5th in the table. Essex just below them on 6th, would leapfrog them if they win today. Both teams, this is the 12th game. Just outside those places at the moment. It's a bit of a gap to get up there, but not an insurmountable one. Their chances of making it are just about there. Oh, it's is that what on earth has gone on there?
Oh,
that is
that's right.
unbelievable.
What's happened there?
She's hit the ball straight to her non-strike partner, Crewcock, who has deflected it into the bowler, who's managed to throw it to the wicketkeeper, who then runs out. Scrivens. What an incredible, unlikely bit of cricket.
That's going to be a brilliant replay. A lot has happened there, Charlie.
This is one of those moments where cricket throws up bizarre circumstances you just can't imagine ever actually happening. But here we go. Let's have another look when we can at what's gone on there.
And for 1 minute, the first deflection lobbed into Barnes' hands for a catch, which wasn't the case, but it was a bump ball. There you go. Barnes takes the catch. Scrivens dawdles down, and
that's brilliant cricket, particularly from Barnes. Barnes is so alert to that, and the throw, she picks it one-handed, left-handed, chucks it straight down towards the keeper. Absolutely brilliant bit of cricket. I mean, it's unlucky, very unlucky for Essex. But the speed at which she's
really good
seeing what's
wicket
going
keeping
on.
as well.
Yeah,
the
brilliant
modern
keeping.
way, taking that in front of the stumps and speeding up that transfer of ball onto stumps.
Brilliant.
Great stuff. Yeah, that's...
it's a freak wicket, but it's a brilliant bit of cricket.
That's when you know it's not your day. Grace Scrivens has played beautifully there for that 32, and quite a remarkable way to get out. I mean, the shot was worthy of, a very safe little jog one down the ground, and she ends up walking very slowly back to the pavilion. Neve Holland into the attack from the Trescothick pavilion end.
It was a huge wicket, that as well. Not
Massive,
just the fact that it was a freak occurrence, but the Scrivens going.
Well, it's always the game plan of every team that if one of the top three, get in back through the power play, make sure you take the innings deep. So, to get her out in particular was absolutely huge, really. Two batters, in a key period of the game, that middle period where there's going to be a lot of pace off bowled, having to get themselves in. Both batters new to the crease, so really good chance. Somerset to put a squeeze on here. Not the delivery to squeeze. Short, wide, and put away. First ball by Heap, and she's off and running with a boundary. Yeah, so I'm quite surprised actually with the amount of spin that Somerset have on offer. But after that wicket, they didn't go with pace off. Lola Harris, I think, would be a great option to bowl this over.
Same place.
Carbon copy. Back-to-back boundaries. I don't quite understand the thinking here against a new batter, preferencing having a long on out instead of a third man. It's a much more high tariff shot to hit a bowler back over her head rather than just run it off the face. That's the field that you set for someone that's on 50.
Wayward ball, going to go for 4. Is it just buys? Was there anything on it? A wides, yeah.
Yes, poor start to the over. This from Neve Holland. All that pressure that's just been built up, that lucky wicket. Almost been thrown away in the blink of an eye.
Off the back of some record-breaking batting, Neve Holland. And bowling here under pressure. Better, much better. Good comeback. Essex, though, got to 72 for 3 in the 9th over. I'll be pretty pleased with that. Notwithstanding the freak wicket of Grace Scrivens.
Yeah, that little bit of fortune there hasn't really been capitalised on there. No major damage. It's recoverable, but it's like 13 runs given away in 3 balls just to give Essex a bit of momentum. Nice slower ball there from Niamh Holland. Closes out somewhat of an expensive over. 72 for 3 now after 9.
Well, we've talked about how taking wickets is the real key thing you can do in T20. Slows down momentum. But if you're leaking runs that quickly, then at the end of the over, batters don't need to take risks to try and catch up with themselves. If you start off with a dot or a 1 and combine a few balls like that.
Yeah, it's just those 2 overs, isn't it, really? Those 2 overs have actually got Essex into a position. They're going at 8, which is somewhere near par, I'd say. You know, they've had a couple of opportunities to really squeeze new batters and have bowled a number of what you call release balls just to give them free boundaries. Kusic coming back into the attack from the river end.
Grewcock on strike.
Yeah, I'm surprised Luffy's gone with pace on in this little period here, taking into account that there's 2 batters that hadn't faced a ball in together. Plenty of spin options. What we've got: Dean, Barnes, Skelton, Harris. That's 16 overs of available spin. Plenty.
Pushed into the leg side. They'll run hard. Hot day for doing that. They're only going to pick up 1 though. As Pete said earlier, really not the day to be dressed all in black.
Unless you're Johnny Cash.
Yeah, well, he'd get away with it. Good fielding, but very good running as well. Score now 77 for 3. And I think Essex will be pretty happy. What would they be looking for? Pete, from here, go at least 160 was on the cards, isn't it? 170?
Yeah, I would say that 160 is the baseline of where of what you're somewhat happy with. I'll probably par Taunton in the women's game at 175. So, you know, good partnership here and a boost towards the end. I think that's in reach. I think from a Somerset point of view, anything 160 and below, you're pretty confident about chasing.
That's why that Freak wicket was such a big moment because Scrivens is the sort of player who can boost, who can sort of get going, really turn it on when she needs to. So to get her gone before she was able to do that, and especially in the way that that happened, it's the kind of thing that might just make a few shoulders slump as well in the dressing room.
Oh, we've got a cricket hydration break. It's unusual in
No.
T20 cricket, isn't it? 10 overs, they're having a little break for a
Are the fans
bit of
booing?
energy drink and some gels.
The fans booing the hydration break like they are in America. I guess cricket kind of invented the hydration break, didn't it? That's sort of our thing.
Yeah.
Football's nicked it. We do drinks breaks a lot. We're used to that.
Yeah, you think, I suppose on a hot day, 2-hour sessions, 50 over game, 3 and a bit hours. That's
If you're a comedy fan and you thought a rare treat later this year, as John Bishop returns to the
common
stage
sense,
for
isn't
one
it?
night only,
Especially with the nature of cricket. Yeah, football it feels a bit weird, doesn't it? It feels like the World Cup is a full quarter game at the moment, and there've been quite a few stats on momentum shifts of the breaks as well. It's almost every time the team that are on top ends up being under the cosh straight after the break. The manager has an opportunity to deliver the hairdryer to the underperforming team. Look at the match summary there. Scrivens with the well played 32 got out in quite bizarre fashion. Skelton, star of the show so far, won for just 3 runs off her 2 overs.
Tickets to go on general sale on Monday.
You were watching at home, you said last night, the England game?
Yeah, it was
Mrs. T.
It was a brilliant game. I think England probably had the run in the game for that first sort of 30 minutes, and then Norway came right back into it. I think Norway up to 70 minutes probably going to win the game as well, but seems pretty obvious to say, but Judy Bellingham was exceptional. And the 2 players that most people are talking about with their goals, Harry Kane and Haaland, just didn't really show up. I thought Kane was particularly quite poor actually, wasn't he? And Haaland, I suppose you need the service, don't you? Didn't really have any. And
the other thing is that the opposition is bound to be really careful around marking as well.
I'm slightly worried about England's chance of scoring a goal because they are a humongous team, aren't they? And getting to the byline, crossing in, didn't look like they were going to get much value in the air, but no, it was good. It's nice that everyone's excited about the football, and the cricket's been great. The women's team obviously getting to the World Cup final, played the Lord's Test match. The men's team smashing India in the T20. English sports in a good space.
Well, it's Harris now.
Yeah, Lola's been, I think, just getting better and better every time I see her bowl with her control of her skill. For those who have tried to bowl leg spin, it is no mean feat. She does it very, very well. Right on the money again, and well played. What's happening at Wimbledon? I didn't catch much of that. Did young Ferry
didn't make it to the final?
He got knocked out? I'm assuming.
Yeah, in the semi.
That was a great run, wasn't it?
That was incredible. Yep, SYNERTEC, the final it hasn't started yet. 4 o'clock-ish.
Yeah, I suppose
it's a lot of
tennis-wise. You've got to wait for the next one. My sort of interest levels have dropped off since old Rog retired.
Oh, Rog, what a guy!
Wasn't he silky?
Rog.
Lola bowling over the wicket to the left-handed Grucock, and slog swept out to Chloe Skelton.
Yeah, that was spot on. I actually went properly to a pub yesterday because it was a Saturday. It was really the only game that England had.
You went to a pub with intent, is that
with
what you're
intent?
Right, okay.
Well, it was just because the other games haven't really found themselves settled on a good pub going night. So a nice time in the pub. Alex and John and Ethan. We had bucket hats. We went out and bought bucket hats. We looked the part.
England ones?
Oh yeah. 3 lines. 3 lines on a hat.
Yeah, it's always I suppose as an English football fan, you're always slightly worried about getting too excited.
Yeah.
Argentina, that have, I think the media narrative, they certainly have a 12th player in their armoury, don't they? I mean, Lola Harris has started really well here, just 4 singles. That'll be a 5th single, but a really, really good, well-controlled over by Lola Harris. 11 overs gone, and it is 83 for 3.
Interesting position here. Essex could go either way. They they've raced away with it. They've got themselves a very good platform. 9 overs to go. They can go at 10s. That would get them up to 173.
Yeah, I feel like I want to see a lot of spin. You know, that I would almost bowl spin until the point where the big over occurs. I think it looks, you know, the pitch is very yellow, isn't it? And obviously the weather that we've had is probably going to be on the dry side, and I think there's just a little bit of grip in the surface. I would avoid pace on for as long as possible if I was Sophie Luff. Like I said, 16 overs of spin.
Well, she's got 10 to come.
Potentially to bowl. And how many bowlers has she used so far? 3, 6, 7. All 7 of the bowlers mentioned have bowled.
She's got potentially 10 overs of spin to use. Well, there's only 9 overs left.
Well, the only big overs of the innings so far have both been off of seam bowlers, Neve Hollands and Alex Griffiths. So that would be enough evidence to support keeping the old twiddlers going.
The one there. This is good from Somerset. If they're not taking wickets, they're not leaking runs now, so that's the second best thing you can do. Liberty Heap on strike. The young Lancastrian. Pushed out to cover boundary, and the fielder comes in. Other news today in the world of cricket that Brendan McCullum's been sacked as the England Test coach.
I read it in slightly softer terms. I read steps down.
Ah.
What are we going with?
Well, I'm only on the BBC website.
Pushed before shoved. Lovely little reverse sweep there from Grewcock. Charlie Dean bowling that slightly quicker one, and nicely played. Always very challenging to bowl at someone that's got both versions of sweep in their armoury. Gives you a little bit of a field placement headache. Good option.
BBC saying sacked, although staying on as the white ball coach, so still very much involved in that setup.
Soft sacked, but still on the payroll.
Yeah.
Soft sacking.
Soft sacking.
That's a good shot. That's a good shot from Grewcock. Bit of a swat, but very committed over mid-on for 4. Good intent shown there by Grewcock against a high-quality spinner. Is there any rumours of replacement? I really do like the idea. I know it has been bandied around. I do like the idea of Alex Stewart coming in to do Test cricket.
That would be.
Let's get the word test back into it. He played down the ground from Grewcock.
CV with Surrey is impeccable. Is obviously his own playing career. He was always. I think what England need as well is a bit of a reset off the field. I think there've been some problems, haven't they? And Alex Stewart, Alex Stewart would, I'm sure, be pretty strict on that sort of thing as well.
I don't necessarily believe that you have to be strict. But my gut feeling is things that have occurred, the precursor to that has been encouraged.
Yes. I know. There's a line, isn't there? There's a fine line between having this great bond as a team and knowing each other inside out.
I mean, you won't.
I
very much doubt you'll see in the papers the England football team on the Cristal in Miami.
No,
Miami. Cristal, as in the champagne. there are other versions in the States, I believe, isn't there? So
yeah, in the States, perhaps. Yeah. The England team. Well, there have been issues, obviously, but it's very, very professional setup, and it just doesn't feel like a professional setup the way that it has been in the last year or so. Straight back to the bowler, but it goes.
Yeah, I mean, you're only hearsay to a point, but the proof is in the pudding at the end of the day, and just don't think it's an amazing look. I think as well, when you're the top of your game, you're the elite. You have a responsibility to for the next generation as well to be a mentor. They're iconic cricketers, a lot of them, and I can't remember seeing any sort of celebration photo or video where there's not a beer in the hand. I just think it's a bad look. It just looks really sloppy. No doubt, celebrate, have a beer, but just even Stokes' retirement one, he's got, he's on the pitch with a beer in his hand. It just look naff. There we go. Back to the game. Essex closing in on 100 here. 13th over. Yeah, and that's somewhat of a nice platform. This is a really, really well played little partnership here. And like I said, after that bizarre dismissal of Scrivens, these two are playing really nicely. Both striking at over 100 strike rate. So in good position now. If one of them or both of them ideally can kick on 100 for 3, certainly with 8 overs to go, they'll be looking north of 160. And a positive shot down the ground from Heap to Neve Holland. Certainly looking to put the bowlers under pressure. What do you think about it? Might be an old-fashioned.
What about the beers in the hands kind of thing? No, I think everyone expects to celebrate big wins or whatever, World Cup events or anything else. This is in the air, it will land safely.
It's got a bit laddie, hasn't it?
Yes, and that's a good word for it. That's a good word for it. It's lost a bit of professionalism. It's become a bit laddie.
Especially because they've lost as well.
Yeah, that's the other thing. Is that okay? Perhaps the public would look over the past a big celebration after a big win, but after a loss, after performing pretty badly in Australia, on the pitch, it just felt like actually. Out celebrating quite so much and so publicly, and these stories always come out. That's the other thing, is if you're going to go out to public places like nightclubs, those stories will always come out.
Just a bit of decorum. Bring a bit of decorum back into the environment.
I couldn't agree more.
That's an old-fashioned word, isn't it?
You are the very picture of decorum, aren't you?
Yeah. I remember my nan telling me off for something because she used the word decorum, which I then had to pre-Google.
Look it up in an actual dictionary.
In the dinosaur book.
Oh, no, yes, that's a wicket. Grucock goes for 19, and it's Barnes who picks up her first. Somerset just back into this. They bowled pretty tightly. Essex, yes, they've got themselves a platform, but another wicket falls, the 4th one to go. And Grucock is out for 19.
Yeah, that's a very timely wicket. That partnership was starting to look a little bit dangerous. Barnes keeping the stumps in play. The sweep, which always has that element of risk, and just stayed a little bit upright on that sweep shot. Might get that back down to that horizontal position, which gives you more of a chance. Yeah, there's a little bit of a in between a cow corner hoik and a sweep that one, and Olivia Barnes will care not. She's picked up that wicket. There are a few comments on our live stream that there is brushing of mics, and it's neither me nor Charlie, even though we have beards that could be the culprit, but we're pretty sure it's something around the ground on the effects mic. We will have a look, because I can hear it myself, and I agree, it's quite annoying. Don't panic, folks. The A team are on it.
Just defending that one.
We have just had a report, though, that another alien broadcaster is on site for later on, so maybe their technology is having some teething problems. So obviously Somerset's live stream, hard to compete, isn't it, really?
In the air, just underneath Leroy. And that's while we're here, actually, on this topic, worth just reminding people we're not live streaming the men's game tonight.
No.
This is the only game you'll get on the live stream. It's the women's one. Of course, you can listen to commentary on that one. It's the BBC providing radio coverage on BBC app and website, but no live stream from us for the men's game.
Yeah, Sky Sports taking that responsibility on. And they've asked Ben and the team advice of how to cover cricket in such an exceptional fashion, and hopefully they can come up trumps for everyone. They are good though, Charlie, aren't they? Really, really good.
Oh, they are good.
I think maybe for next season we need to there's like the slow-mo cams and snickometer and all these. Can we innovate and bring a new technology to the party? I mean, I think that deserves a meeting, doesn't it? What do you think? What do you think would advance the 5/7 camera thing that we have at the moment? What
did you
see? Anyone on the live stream have any ideas?
Did you see that yesterday the Norwegian team were complaining because they think the ball hit the spider cam? So here's two things. What about spider cam here? Secondly, FIFA said we don't think it hit the wires because the chip in the ball, because there's a microchip in the ball. Oh, yeah. The chip in the ball did not flag up.
I saw a bit of footage down the line. It definitely deviated, didn't it?
Well, what FIFA's saying is that the chip in the ball did not flag up that it had changed course. So they're saying it didn't impact the ball's trajectory.
Fake news. Definitely did.
So what about a chip in the ball? So there's two ideas. Can we get spider cam maybe attached to the floodlights?
With the spider cam, I'll go one better. I think a one-seater drone with Spencer Bishop in it.
In it, okay.
Yeah, I want Spencer Bishop.
Drone, okay.
Spencer Bishop in the drone,
helicopter
flying over the ground for a different perspective. That would be awesome. Oh, lovely spinning ball there from Lola Harris. Gardner new to the crease, building up a number of dot balls, and Lola's landed the ball really nicely today. She really does give it a rip. If there's spin on show, she'll find it. Very nice shot down the ground. Charlie Dean doing the fielding across that Vitality Advertising Dachshund. Pretty sure I did see something about someone doing some sort of microchip in a ball to assist DRS, maybe.
Oh, interesting. Yeah. Well, it would tell you how many revolutions it's got on it, I suppose, for a spinner.
Mind you, here at Taunton, with that river being so close and being a relatively small ground, maybe we need some sort of Apple device, like Find My Cricket Ball.
Find My Ball.
You could get on the app and... there's a fair few club cricket grounds with the old stingers around the perimeter where they could do with a GPS. They're expensive cricket balls.
GPS or maybe just an alarm on the ball, so the ball makes a noise when you need it to.
Like that thing you used to get for your car keys.
Yeah. And then you'd lose the remote. So even when you needed to, you could never find it.
Right, 15 overs gone, 109 for 4. Feel like Essex are in danger of falling below what we perceive as the par score. Somerset would be doing everything they can to keep it as low as possible. Looking like 150, 155 would be a good target at the moment.
Bowling from the river end, returning 20, Chloe Skelton.
Skelton then from the river end. Down the ground comes Gardner. Only enough for a single. That area's protected. There's a little bit of frustration there from Gardner.
Yeah, I think with the ground dimensions and the field set at the moment, I feel like for Essex to get away, they're going to have to employ the broom, the sweep shot.
Yeah.
I think it's going to be absolutely key. If no one plays a sweep shot, I think 6-7 runs and over is about where you're going to top out unless you really start, timing the ball and picking those gaps.
In the air, won't be caught. Will it be
Like
stopped?
that.
No.
A few of those, but there's risk associated with those. I always find here at Taunton, especially after watching Thomas Rue's last few innings, anyone that sort of starts playing behind square at will, especially against the spinners, it's really hard to set a field for a Taunton, especially as it's so quick across the ground.
Yeah.
There's an element of control you can bring when players are just trying to hit in the old-fashioned V.
Again, another high one.
That's a lusty blow, and that's all the way for 6. Superb shot there from Gardner, and the bugle has blown. She's come dancing down the wicket and absolutely nailed that back over Skelton's head. What a super shot.
Yeah, great effort. Well, this is getting Essex back on track here. A couple of boundaries. Trying to protect that area in front, that V, which you were talking about there, Pete. But with shots like that, no protection is going to help you. This is, again, fired down the ground, not quite.
Yeah, the 2 shots she has played, it doesn't really matter what you do. Like I said, hitting down the ground, there's an element of risk to it, but that was some good batting there from Gardner, who's braced herself to 15. 122 for 4. 4 overs remaining, so 160. That little burst of boundaries there. Takes that 155 up a little touch. I think Essex will probably be quite happy with anything starting with a 1 and a 6. Important for Somerset to keep scrapping here. Neve Holland coming on to bowl from the Trescothic stand end. Important that she... Sorry, it's Lola Harris.
Yeah. Sticking with pace off in the air.
Well, that's a super shot. All the way for 6 again.
Nothing anyone could do about that. Huge shot for 6. Charlie Dean could only watch it fly into the stand.
That's outstanding batting from Gardner. Those last couple of overs, couple of steps down, and a sweet strike.
Yeah, she's got great power. Bat speed through the ball. And again, she's trying, not got hold of it.
Hitting it like that, Charlie. Why would you need to sweep?
Yeah.
I do think, though, if you added one, if you played a sweep a couple of times and was successful, one of those two fielders would have to come up, which would make it lower risk. Oh, nearly carrying all the way to Neve Holland at long off. One bounce into her hands, 130 now. That run rate starting to creep up.
Well, we've got a special guest. Always lovely to see Emma
She
Corney
is
here.
special. She is a special guest.
That one runs away for 4. Another good shot. Essex are beginning to build up a bit of a head of steam here. Shall I get out of the way? Bring in Emma, may as well. We've only got 3 overs left.
I was just complimenting Emma on her earrings. They're not.
Well, Pete will tell you about that.
I don't think you batted them, if I'm honest.
Didn't you have earring-based pain recently?
I've actually got a double stress fracture of my earring from wearing these headphones, so she probably will be a little bit uncomfortable in them.
Honestly, you spent the whole day
But
moaning about that once.
You know what it's like, Corns. You know, you've got to take some pain if you want to be stylish. And there is that sweep shot. Gardner is hitting powerful shots down the ground and adding some touch. And what a great knock this is towards the back end. Somerset really need to see the back of her. Yeah, that's one of the real selling points for the players who are recovering from injuries to come up and join us in the commentary box. The air conditioning, it's quite the selling point.
Pretty much the only selling point.
Afternoon, Corns.
To talk to you. Jokes.
Straight in there.
Ruthless, isn't she? Oh, and a good catch there from Annika Leroy. Gardner, the danger player's gone. 30 off just 16 balls. Lola Harris has made that breakthrough at the end of quite an expensive over. She's bowled well, Lola Harris. She's finished her 4 overs, 1 for 32, but that was a good knock there from Gardner.
Yeah, good explosive knock.
Wasn't it,
I think
just?
probably the impetus they needed to try and drag them up to 150, 160 here, which is what they need, but flighted again from Lola Harris and a good catch.
Yeah, that's a good
Leroy.
catch. Good catch,
Down at
low
the
down,
shins.
always tough.
What Somerset needed there.
Yeah, we have been playing as we always do, what do you feel is par at Taunton, and we kind of thought that after the start that Essex would probably aspire to the lower end of par, which would be 160. I always think 175.
Yeah,
Do you agree with that?
agreed. I think if you can drag yourself to 160, you're kind of
You're in
always
the
in the
game.
game. Like, it depends probably on Somerset's batting power play, but if Essex can stay on top in that, then you're always in the game.
So if you love sticking with pace off, Olivia Barnes is going to continue from the river end.
Nice breeze out there today, which is taking the edge off the heat a little bit.
Like Friday, where it was pretty steamy.
A lovely run out from Olivia Barnes earlier as well. I don't think I've ever seen one quite like that.
A lot happened.
Yeah,
There was a lot happened in a very short space of time.
but she was delighted.
This time, sweep shot just catching a bit of glove there. Bryony Gilgrass is the new batter to the crease. Heaps playing a lovely little cameo knock, 27 off 25, but needs support in these closing stages. Just a duty of care. Are the headphones and the earrings combo,
okay.
are they okay?
We good,
Right,
yeah.
Good.
Your ears okay?
No.
Yeah.
I always think if you go beyond an hour in the headphones, and it gets a little bit.
Yeah, you're in trouble after that. Bit headachy.
Yeah.
Feeling a bit squished.
I didn't ever didn't think the ears could sweat. But they get quite warm in
Yeah.
these things, don't they?
Yeah, that is a fair point.
I've been pestering Ben about another option. I don't think there is one, but you know me, Corns, I like to pester.
Well, what would you need? Headphones with holes in them for a bit of ventilation.
Or just an earpiece.
Yeah, but then I don't want to
That's
share
proper
that.
pro, that, isn't it?
I don't want to share
I reckon
that
that'll
with
look a leap.
people.
That'll be the next level. Yeah, you'd have to have your.
Yeah.
You can get
Get
one sort of
moulded.
mould, yeah, and you can just pop in the actual gubbins. Oh, that's a good sweep shot there from Gilgrass. She's going to pick up a boundary. Always an absolute headache for captains and spin bowlers when you're bowling against someone that's got a good sweep in their locker.
Yeah, well played. Found the gap perfectly. Just drifted down leg there.
You always feel like you're a fielder short when you've got a good sweeper at the crease, don't you?
Yeah, that fifth gap becomes very big, and then, like you see now, cover coming up to try and plug that gap.
Yeah, I like that as an option there from Barnes, especially from over the wicket. It would be an incredible shot to try and get it over that offside field. Yeah, 160s very much on the cards thanks to that Gardner innings. 30 off just 16 balls.
Yeah, no hanging around from her, and I think Liberty Heaps played a very important innings here. Kind of having that set batter at the end is so important. So it's allowed Gilgrass to come in and tick along nicely. 9 off 4 already. But yeah, just have that one end locked in, and you know you're always going to score. It's so important.
Right, now officially entering the death period. 19 and 20. Erin Vukusic is going to bowl the penultimate over. 148 for 5 at the moment. Gilgrass has started brightly. 9 off. Not many deliveries, and Heap, as you say, played a really key knock with Gardner. It was a nice little partnership there, especially when Gardner was finding the boundary at will.
Yeah, and I think both teams will be happy here. I think if Essex can get themselves to 160, 165 from here, I think it'll be pretty even Stevens at the halfway mark.
Yeah, anything sort of sub 150, I think you just have to play okay to win. Anything that's sort of above 160, you know, someone's going to have to probably score a 50. You always think that, you know, a couple of players are going to have to put in a decent contribution. So definitely very much game on here. Vukusic bowls what is now in Somerset a famous slower delivery as well as her stock delivery. She tries to find that Yorker length, the hard length ball, and then the out the back of the hand slower ball that is quite on the slow side, isn't it, Emma?
It is on the slow side, yes. It's a good ball.
And that's just a stock delivery swatted out towards Olivia Barnes at square leg. They're going to scamper back for 2. 150 has been passed. 152 now.
Yeah, the very slower ball, I think it's effective when used sparingly against top order batters, I would say. I think when you know it's coming, like, you can set up for it. But I think particularly against the lower order when they're trying to go big.
Oh, another opportunity to Leroy. She's got safe hands, extra cover. Vukusic has struck. Another really important wicket towards this back end. Gilgrass out for 12. That's one way to slow the run rate. Keep on chipping away at those wickets. Another pace on delivery. Slightly skewed off the outside edge. Nice comfortable catch for a quality fielder. She has bowled the really slow one, yeah. Actually, that
was definitely a bit slow. Was
really,
that a cutter?
Yeah, that had a bit of something on it, didn't it?
Not the back of the hand, no, but
it didn't have the full mayonnaise on it.
Didn't have snow on it, so all right. But yeah, I think for her now she's got these different variations. It's about what's the best time to use them, what kind of batters you want to bowl them at. yeah, just working out, and that I guess that comes with experience, and she's had the opportunity to bowl at international batters during this blast, so I think she would have learnt a lot, and she's taken a lot of wickets. So
yeah, she always strikes me as someone that's happy to put a hand up to bowl those difficult overs as well. There's a lot of bowlers that try and shy away from bowling 19 and 20 as they can leak runs, but Erin seems to enjoy that challenge. Amara Carr to the crease now, the Essex wicketkeeper batter.
Devon girl,
From Devon, played a bit for Western Storm, didn't she?
love it. Yeah, played for Western Storm for a number of years. Grew up in Devon. Up the Devon.
The Devon Bombers. Would you played a bit of cricket together then?
Yeah,
She a little bit older than you?
Yeah, I played kind of like my first season of Devon women's stuff. It was the car show, so she was captain, her brother was coach, and her dad was manager. So had it sorted.
Where do you want to bat today? A good little spell there from Vukusic. Isn't going to bowl her full quota, but 3 overs, 1 for 17. A very, very nice return. And Sophie Luff going to the experienced Charlie Dean to close out this innings. 154 for 6. So the target for Somerset would be to keep it under 165, and I think that would be a really good effort from the Essex batting lineup, especially the lower middle order have really rallied to get a pretty competitive total up together.
Yeah, they've done really well to drag it up there a little bit, get something on the board for them to bowl at. I'll be hoping for a big last over.
They've set off for 2. Yeah, well run, well run.
Yeah, the pockets are quite big out on this leg side, aren't they? So
I think there's a little bit of a case for those 2 fielders just to be 5 off.
yeah, I think it's quite a big hit to go over their head, particularly.
Yeah,
mid-wicket.
Scouts has read the play. She's come off a little bit. There's a lot of space out there towards mid-wicket. That one's not called a wide, maybe just inside that little white dash by the stumps. Oh, she's gone big and hit it pretty well all the way into the Somerset stand for 6. What a great little knock this is by Heap.
Great strike there. Thought deep mid wicket was potentially in play there, but it sailed over her head all the way into the stand.
Yeah, she's got all of that. Liberty Heap. That's a pretty sizable boundary out there, and yeah, it's almost spun into the hitting arc. 162 now. Last thing Somerset want to see are more boundaries, and that's a really, really good catch from Lola Harris. A great knock from Liberty Heap. She's gone for 37 off 30. Charlie Dean's got that wicket, but that's a superb catch. That short fine leg by Lola Harris.
Great reaction grab down by the toes, and fine leg. I think it's quite a tough position for
Well, you're
something
not
like that.
expecting it to come that quick, are you,
It's
from
come
there?
quick, flat, and you also kind of can't really see the ball because obviously the batter's in the way. So pick it up after it's travelled a couple of metres. Really good catch there, but great work from Liberty Heap as well, getting her side up to a very competitive total here.
Yeah, I think Liberty Heap, Joe Gardner and Bryony Kilgrass have done really well. Gurukop as well contributed. Yeah, they've really rallied towards that middle lower order to get Essex up to 162, and I think they give the benefit of the doubt. They're in the par conversation at the halfway stage -2 balls. Really important that Somerset try and limit how many runs they can score from these last 2 balls. Certainly don't want any extras. Don't think that Charlie Dean bowling pace on is a great option. I'd be more inclined to take the pace off. And she has done. Straight through. Big slog sweep. Gray is out for naught. Charlie Dean using her experience there.
Dot ball. That's what you need as well, isn't it?
Gray bowled by Charlie Dean.
Selfless time of the innings where you come in, you've got a couple of balls, you just got to go for the big shot. And yeah, nicely bowled there, Charlie Dean. Bang on middle stump. A little bit of pace off it, quite a bit slower than that last delivery. Good stuff. So can Somerset take a little bit of momentum into?
It's good to see they've got the fire out today as well.
Just what you need.
Yeah, exactly. Front. Oh, look, there's even people sat right in the front of the train nation.
You can feel when that fire thing goes off. You can feel it from quite a long way away. It's a bit of a surprise. And another wicket from Charlie Dean. Next game, she's on a hat trick. 2 wickets, better than 2 dot balls. Charlie Dean finishes with 3 for 36 off her 4 overs. And Essex have done well, I think, on the whole. They look like the halfway stage, 140, 150, but they've managed to get to 163, which I think is a very competitive total. Somerset are going to have to play well to chase this one down.
Yeah, I think they've done well to bring themselves up to a competitive score. And you never know in T20 cricket, anything can happen. So the Essex bowlers will want to come out the blocks quickly and take a few early wickets.
Well, one thing I've really enjoyed watching, in particular, Sophie Luff at the top, she's played a very high tempo quite consistently. I don't think that whatever total Somerset are chasing, she's going to change the way she's playing. So she's going to put the Essex bowlers under pressure. Yes, playing that tempo does give opportunities, but I think Luffy's been the catalyst of a number of good performances so far this season, and we'll be back in a few minutes. So we'll just have a look at the match summary. Liberty Heat top scorer in there with 37. The unlucky Scrivens out for 32 in that quite remarkable run out. Gardner with a brilliant 30 off 17 balls. Charlie Dean 3 for 36. But for me, star of the bowling performance, Chloe Skelton 1 for 16 off those 3 overs. Happy with that, Corns?
We'll take it.
Is that a good summary?
Excellent.
Right, troops, we'll be back in about 10 minutes' time, and we will be ready to see how Somerset try and crack this score of 163. They'll be chasing 164.
Look, you've kept them to under 170. Is that a chaseable target?
Yeah, I think so. I think at the start of the day, probably 170, 180 here is probably par. Yeah, there's a bit of extra bounce on offer today, so yeah, I'm looking forward to watching the girls back, hopefully.
Charlie, thanks very much. have to do is get a quote for Vitality Health or life insurance. It takes just minutes. Find out how at vitalitysportshub.co.uk/cricket or scan the QR code on your forward 6 stars. Please welcome back to the field your two match umpires, Hassan Adnan and Julia Jarvis.
Back in the back.
They're like the match balls. That's like money football, just like that, yeah.
Set out by Captain Chris Stibbins. Please welcome back to the field our visitors, Essex. And your opening batters for Somerset, sponsored by Glastonbury Abbey, 18, Bex Hodges, and sponsored by Academy ICT, 63, Sophie Luff.
What you waiting for? You only got one life, and we gon' live it up. So give me the green light, 'cause I'm ready to go.
A reminder that in the first 6 overs will be under power play conditions, a maximum of 2 fielders allowed outside the fielding circle. It will be Bex Hodges.
Welcome back. Still a beautiful day here in Taunton. Somerset are chasing 164 to win, which is an intriguing total. It's not an easy chase, but it's certainly not one of the huge chases. So Somerset are going to have to be careful but also expansive in some ways. So this is cut away. It's going to be a dot ball to start as Gray gets us underway with the ball. It'd be Odgers with the bat and Sophie Luff off strike at the moment. I'm Charlie Taylor, and alongside me is Emma Corney. What's she got? She got a chip in her hand. I turn around, she's eating a chip. Oh, sorry, I just turned on her mic to get a response, but I didn't really think that through because she's got a chip in her mouth, obviously. It's defended and pushed hard into the cover region. I don't think we can both be eating chips, Pete. Okay, Emma's now sorted.
I've chewed.
I wouldn't mind one. It's quite a smell. There's a strong vinegary smell. Have you gone hard on the vinegar there? I'm okay actually for now, thanks, Pete. You enjoy your chips.
Tuck in.
What do you make of this total then, Emma? 164 to win. We've had 2 dot balls to start. This is down the ground and will be 4. Lovely shot from Odgers. Timed that nicely and has got plenty of power on it to get the things going for Somerset.
Yeah, I think it is competitive. Probably a little bit below par, but I think when you're in the 160s, you're always in the game. So probably that. Sorry, I've just been delivered a lovely cup of chips by Mr. Trigo. How kind. Thank you.
That is kind, isn't it? Yeah, I would agree with you there. I think Pete and I were sort of saying it's the very, very lowest end of sort of par, really. It's about as low as, you want to be. So Somerset did well because actually they got off to a good start. And I think the key moment was that freak wicket of Grace Scrivens, who was going along nicely, who managed to, if you missed it, I imagine that it'll be clipped up and put online. So keep an eye on the Somerset Women's Cricket Instagram and other pages. But she managed to hit it into her non-striking partner, who then deflected it to the bowler, who was Liv Barnes, wasn't it? Mm-hmm. Who then chucked it down the other end, seeing that Scrivens had taken 1 or 2 steps out of her crease. And Hazel managed to whip off the bails. All in a split second. It was really good cricket, actually. I mean, it's freak cricket, really. But from Barnes and from Hazel, I thought they were... Yeah, it's so easy to get a bit distracted by what's going on and the fact that's happened, but to be so alert to it, yeah, brilliant. And as I say, it was a key moment, as that one's not going to be a run.
Yeah, they were building nicely up to that moment, weren't they? So Somerset will definitely take their luck. Yeah, keep going, and I think this power play is really important here. Somerset openers have generally got off to a flyer throughout this whole competition, so I think if they can get ahead here, that really puts the pressure onto Essex, and then they've got to go searching for those wickets, which you always know in T20 you're going to concede runs doing that. So
if it turns out to be a really tight game, you could look back and say that moment of Scrivens getting out was the deciding moment.
Yeah,
and what a moment it was. When I'm not going to see anything like that again. It'll go down in one of my I've got one as well where a bit of James Rew's bat fell off and hit the stumps. No. I was on commentary with Luffy at that point. Neither of us really knew what had happened. I think it'll go down as one of those very strange moments to commentate on. Speaking of Luffy, there she is, picking up a single. She's had a great season. Picked up a 100 contract as part of it.
Yeah, so good to see her rewarded for basically just scoring loads of runs, which is what those contracts are for. And also, I think there's 7 of the girls heading off in the next week, which is great opportunities for them.
Absolutely. And I think for Sophie, she's probably deserved it for a few seasons. That's a lovely shot. Really lovely. Just weighted that perfectly to get it over the infield to make sure it wasn't a catch. But that's really just a great shot. Placed beautifully and with the perfect amount of power for 4.
Lovely shot, that.
Good old Bodge. We've got Bodge and Bosch in the same game, haven't we?
Bodger
and Boscher. Pete was saying it's a good name for an opening batter. Bosch. Anyway, it's Bodge this time. Bex Odgers in the air and gone. There we go. I said that she'd weighted the first one perfectly. That one, she got it wrong. And straight to the fielder at short mid-wicket, who was not going to drop that. It was an easy catch. And she has to go. So early breakthrough for Essex. And the score is 9 for 1.
Is that Bodge caught by Bosch?
Was it Bosch? Was it Bodge? Was it a Bodge-Bosch partnership going on there?
Let's have a look.
This is huge, if so. Can you tell from the replay?
I think it
See the
is.
number.
I don't want to commit early, but
Well, Annika Leroy, while we wait for confirmation, if it is a bodge, dismissed by Bosch.
it is.
It is. It's a Bosch bodge. It's a Bosch bodge
That's
dismissal.
outstanding.
That is great, especially as we were literally talking about the two of them just before then.
Yeah, just what Essex needed there, isn't it?
Mm.
Early wickets in this power play. If they can get 3 in the power play, they will be well in the game. But Annika Leroy to the crease, who has also been very prolific, scored that 100 against Yorkshire. She'll want to continue this good form.
Well, I want to talk to you, Emma, about something,
Okay.
but I'll do it after this delivery. Annika Leroy is on strike, and that's nicely played. Just glanced off the hip for a single. You were already talking about Devon cricket earlier on with Pete, just before the innings break. One of, well, probably Devon's greatest, certainly Devon's greatest women's cricket export, has announced her retirement from international cricket. This is Heather Knight I'm talking about. So do you think we'll see more of her here, I suppose? Is that what that means? Because she's only retired from international cricket.
I don't know.
She's obviously a Somerset. I doubt that you're part of the discussions. There was a shout for LBW, but the umpire's not interested. Going to give it his leg by though.
Well, when the video of her doing the speech in the changing room, she said, "I'm retiring from cricket."
The BBC article, and what I heard on the radio today, specifically said international cricket. We need to clear this up, don't we? We need to know.
But whatever she does choose to do, she's going to have so many opportunities kind of in management and coaching with her to her role with London Spirit this year. There's a lovely shot from Annika Leroy. Used her feet and maybe got most of a bat on it. It's just beat the fielder. Yes, I think, is it general manager of London Spirit Women is the official term. So an exciting opportunity for her there, kind of helping pick the squad through the auction.
Do you think that's what she'd like to go into, that kind of side of cricket coaching?
I think she'd be very good at that, yeah. So whatever she chooses to do, there'll be so many options for her and she'll be great at it. But
yes, general manager, you're right.
Yeah, that's quite an American sports thing.
Yes, it is, isn't it? I mean, yeah. The 100 is becoming quite an un-British thing at the moment, though, the way that it's looking a lot like a Indian tournament these days. All the Indian, or lots of them with Indian owners now, changing their names. That's going to be confusing this year. Get my head around all the new names.
And having to look at some of the kits that are pretty
Kits
awful.
have changed, yes. And this is played aiming for a gap between covers and just about finding it.
Good hand there from Esme.
Oh, hard running. Really good. Sophie Luff it was, running at the danger end, calling them through. Sophie's not the youngest player in the Somerset group by a long way. Very young group, actually, Somerset have.
She'll never stop running now.
But she runs. She will run, and she runs quickly between the wickets. How's fish and chips, Pete? Is it sausage and chips? He's giving a thumbs up.
8 out of 10.
All available. Was that? So, clips into the leg side this time. Just a single. I can smell the vinegar.
I've got the waft of chips going up my nose.
If you want to take a moment, have your chips, Emma.
No one needs to hear me.
Well, I'm not. I won't turn your microphone on mid-chip again. I promise. Or will I?
Chew. No
hear the chewing of your chips. No, feel free. I can take this for a bit if you like while you eat your chips. And by the way, what an insight this is to elite athletes' diet that we get here. Cup of chips. Is that what?
Salt.
Drowned in salt.
How many are there? 5 chips. 6 chips.
That's not,
Play on.
Is that the sort of thing you might be offered? Is that what your nutritionist in the at the club would be saying? Yes, go
I
for
don't
the
think
chips.
she's mine. After some of the T20s, we've had burgers as the post-match meal.
There must be, you can't do it all the time, can you? You've got to live for something.
Yeah. And I think a lot of the time it is just eat more. It's
Just
the
eat more.
general
Do you know
rule of
what?
thumb.
That's something that I had to learn as well, is because I'm a tall person
Mm.
and I never really looked into it. And then I started sort of doing a bit of looking into it because I'm quite skinny. And I was looking into how much I should be eating for my height. And it's about an extra meal and a half than
Yeah.
everyone else needs to eat per day, which actually can turn out to be quite expensive, which isn't ideal. If you're not at home, you need to go out and get another, double meal deal every time.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's actually crazy when you look into it, and then especially
Burning all the calories you
yeah,
are. Mm.
doing a bit of sport as well. It's a lot.
Yeah. Just eat more.
Yeah.
I like that. It's almost like the Nike slogan, isn't it? But I don't think that's going to be the...
It might catch on.
Well, I just think it's a bit dangerous for people who aren't doing a lot of exercise, Leroyd on strike. As Gray comes in. That's nicely played. She's got such good timing, Leroyd, hasn't she? Straight to the field, so no run. She's still just looking at the cup of chips. The cup of chips are looking back and saying,
I'm going to put them here. They're just wafting.
The thing is, you can smell it. It doesn't matter where you put it, you can smell the chips.
But it means when I'm done here in a bit, I'm going to munch on the chips. So we'll take it.
So how much of a inspiration was Heather Knight? Because you were growing up, she must have been sort of England captain by then, I guess.
Yeah, she was England captain, so probably like the first proper bit of women's cricket was watching her win the World Cup in 2017. So kind of always been such a role model, and then kind of personally having the opportunity to play with her, and like she's such a professional in the way she thinks about the game and approaches everything.
For using her feet.
Yeah, I think she just loves cricket. So being able to kind of watch her play, being on the bench, and then actually standing down the other end and batting with her, I feel incredibly grateful to watch that and learn off her. And I think she's a great human, great cricketer, and has done so much for the game, which I think she'll continue to do in the years to come.
Coming down the ground, but not really timed this time by Annika Leroy. Yeah, she's a great advocate, great role model.
Yeah, she just kind of does everything to the highest standard. Even all the boring little bits that you don't always want to do, and especially when you've done it for that amount of time, to still have those standards. And
when you're England captain, there are a lot of, I should imagine, a lot of boring extra bits in the game that when you're not actually playing cricket, not just the sort of the admin side and the coaching side, but all the media stuff that you end up doing as well, which I know she's been very good at, and she is very good. But I'm sure there's times you don't want to do them. You have to come and speak to people like us. Yeah, I say us, obviously, not including you.
Well, she probably feels like that talking to you. But yeah, a great player, and even now, like, she's still one of the top batters in the world. And we saw it throughout that T20 World Cup and that India series beforehand, where all of a sudden, for some reason, people are doubting her. But she's just always got these class innings when the team needs her most. She's there in those high pressure situations. So I think she will be incredibly missed in that England lineup. But opportunity for new batters to step up.
See players like Capsey and Kemp doing well in the Women's T20 World Cup. Gibson as well. Somerset playing. But yeah, there'll be a space in that side now for someone else to fill. T20 side, someone like Maya Boucher missed out. She's someone who's in and around the team that hasn't quite solidified her place. Perhaps she's someone they'll look at. Quite the same role as Knight, though. It's just clipped by Sophie Luff for a single.
Good over that from Come back. Only gone for 3.
Yeah, very good.
I think Essex will be pretty happy how things are going at the minute. Somerset not really got much away. Found the fielders more often than not, so still well in the balance here.
23 for 1. It's not a disastrous start for Somerset, but they've got 2 overs left in the power play, and if they can get to what it would be good. See if they got 12 off those 2 overs, double their score, up to about 14.
Yeah, and I guess you see run rate creeping up to 8.8 now. I think you don't want it to keep on creeping. They can maintain it around there and then start to bring it down.
Well, we're going to see the first over of Sophia Smale, someone you must know pretty well.
Yeah, played a lot of cricket with her. Very talented with the bat and the ball.
Down the ground, what a shot that is. Just managed to squeeze it into a tiny gap between the bowler and the stumps. Great shot from the Somerset captain. I said if these next 2 could go for about 12 per over in the power play, then they'd get themselves back up to a good score. Well, that is the perfect way to start.
Great start. Just a little bit over pitch. Knox used her feet well there. So.
Once it got past the bowler, I was so sure it was going to hit the stumps, but no. Full toss, in the air, and she's going to get out, and that will be very frustrating. Very frustrating, because it's a pretty terrible delivery, really, if we're honest, from Smale. And I imagine Sophie's eyes lit up a bit. She's just managed to not time it, top edged it a little bit, and it loops to the fielder, who takes the catch. And I think Smale will probably be very happy with the wicket, but probably a little embarrassed about how it came about.
Probably not the greatest bit of cricket we've seen today, but you can see Luff just use her feet here. She's seen it flighted up, and I think it's just got to her a bit quicker than she's expected. She's quite high up the bat. They're tricky, those ones where you see it go up, you want to go at it, but actually full toss like that, you just want to stand there and whack it. So yeah, Essex will be delighted. However the wickets come, doesn't matter. Got themselves into a good position here.
Down, only 27 on the board. This is a good start for Essex. And with the captain gone, she's been in good form. Neve Holland talking about good form. What an innings that was.
Unbelievable innings.
That was at Scarborough, I think, wasn't it?
No, it was against Essex.
It was against Essex. Oh, yes.
Only a few days ago.
Chelmsford, yes. Who did well in Scarborough? It was a really good
Annie
innings.
got 100.
Yes, that's right. Annie getting 100. Yes.
So yeah, probably the 2 in-form batters at the crease right now.
Yeah. Yeah, Essex will be very pleased to see the back of Holland early then, in that case.
That innings that
Neve
Holland played at Essex, 93, I want to say, and not many contributions from anywhere else in the order, and she did so well to stick it out for the whole innings. That run rate was creeping up, but she was there the whole time and brought the win home.
Got the scorecard. 92 off 52 balls, including 15 fours. That is a serious innings.
Yeah, such
Holland.
a good innings.
The only other player to make double figures was Leroy, who made 35.
Yes.
No one else got above 8. It's incredible. Cricket's a funny old game. No run there. It's just the idea that one player can be able to make 92 on a pitch. No other player. Well, one other player got to 35. No one else getting above 10. Funny old game. Anyway, that was against Essex.
Only a few days ago. That was on Tuesday.
Yes, that was on Tuesday, yes.
But I guess it also just shows the importance of one batter taking it deep in T20 cricket. Even when your batting partners aren't quite there to back you up, someone scoring 50 plus always just keeps you in the game, and her composure throughout that when all you needed was someone to just stay at the other end and score 20 off 20 and tick along. But yeah, she's done so well.
Yeah, Somerset did that quite well in the innings we've just watched. And no one getting above 37. Heap was 37 off 31, which is it's good, but it's not. You know, strike rate isn't magnificent there. It's not quite like Leaves we just talked about there. So Somerset did quite well in that they didn't let anyone, once they were in, keep going to a big score. But it's still going to take some chasing. 164 to win. They need another 136. We are into the last over of the power play. And we have Niamh Holland on strike, and her batting partner is the Australian Annika Leroyd. Down the leg side. Saw quite a few wides bowled by Somerset today. How many were there? 11 wides, including, well, one of those wides went for 4, so it's 5, didn't they? But, yeah,
This doesn't help, does it?
Doesn't help. Doesn't
That
help.
target is 154. That feels very different.
Yeah. All gone. She's got a fine edge there. And Niamh Holland, who actually didn't look like she wanted to go, perhaps she didn't feel it. But the umpire was sure. The wicketkeeper was definitely very sure. Strong appeal from Grace Scrivens, from Amara Carr behind the stumps. And Holland has to go. Well, this is really good from Essex. 3 wickets in the power play. I was talking about this actually in the previous power play. In Essex's power play, saying that if you get 3 down, you're really on to, you know, very rarely do you see a team, once they're 3 down for not very many in a power play, come back and score a huge total. It's not impossible. Of course, it does happen, but it just means that they're on the back foot now, Somerset, massively, as Griffiths comes out in the 6th over.
Yeah, what a great start from Essex. Exactly what they would have wanted. 29 for 3 here, and that run rate moving up to 9.2 as well. So, yes, there is a long way to go, but Essex well in the driving seat here, making the most of the opportunities they're given. I think this partnership is key here as well. I think Leroyd and Griffiths have got to put on minimum of 50.
Yeah, key partnership. That's Griffiths on strike. A bright pink batting kit. Pinks and purples for Somerset. Isn't it? You've got your purple training kit on. Very nice purple. Now, what do we? Is that a bit of a clash with the bright pink batting kit? I guess you're never wearing the 2 at the same time, though, are you? So.
We're in for all the girly colours. I like it.
Yeah. Oh, this is in the air. Could be caught. Just drops in front of the field. It's not a convincing shot, that, from Griffiths. He would have been worried for a moment, I think.
Yeah, half a chance there for Eva Gray. Not quite making it. I think the Somerset batters need to be really clear on what their role is now. I think if they can go along at 6, 7 and over for a couple of overs, they can be able to rebuild a bit of a partnership. But I think trying to come in and go at 9s is a pretty tricky position to be in. Sometimes it's about kind of forgetting what the scoreboard says and just build that partnership. And especially here at Taunton, it can be a pretty quick scoring ground. So give yourself a platform to be able to chase something down in the last 5 overs.
Got enough on it, but quite time it enough to thread that gap and find the boundary. End of the power play, 30 for 3. Isn't the start that Somerset would have wanted. But with T20 pizza this early on, you're only ever 1 over away from getting yourself back into a game. So they just need 1 big over.
Definitely. And I think with Annika Leroyd at the crease there, always in the game, the form that she is in. So yeah, they'll be hoping to build the partnership here and that Annie can go deep, get that big 50-plus score, keep it in the game. But Essex will be very happy the way things have gone, and now that run rate's up to 9.6. They can get their 4 fielders out on the boundary, just try and defend those boundaries, and know that Somerset are going to have to do something and chase the game to get ahead.
Could be a lot of running between the wickets here for these two. It's going to be a partnership that lasts. As you say, they need runs, but those boundaries are well protected. Could be doing one of Sophie Love's favourite things, which is finding pockets. She loves talking about pockets. Pockets for twos.
Especially this wicket is what, maybe 2 wickets to the right of centre?
Yeah, it's very close to the centre, isn't it?
See.
Big boundaries on all sides. Back to the bowler.
Yeah, kind of this side out to the offside region at the minute. There's big pockets, kind of extra cover, back the point.
Is that a pocket? For 2. All dropped to bat, and that stopped a second run. I'm not sure there was one there anyway. Griffiths just let go of the bat. Might take a bit of Aussie grit here to drag Somerset into a good position. Griffiths on strike. So it's a nice sweep shot. Got it past the close field. It should go for 4. Yes, it will. Well, that'll just take a little bit of pressure off, but really, Somerset can do with 2 of those and over.
Yeah, that's well picked up. Sophia Smale just sliding slightly down the leg side there. Griffiths has done really well to for 4, and that's probably what she needed. Not quite found the middle of the bat so far, but hopefully that'll give her a little bit of confidence.
It's really good from Essex so far. 7 overs gone. Current run rate's about 5.3. They need 9.8, so they get 10 already per over. With 13 overs to come.
I think 10 and over for that length of time is quite tricky to maintain. You could probably, you know, if it was 50 off the last 5, you'd be happy chasing that, but
yeah, 30 off the last 13.
Yeah,
It's a different question. Yeah, 27 it is.
I think they can't really let it get any further away from them here, because that run rate creeps up very quickly.
But as we've said, these 2, especially Leroy, can certainly do it. But at the moment, finding fielders, that's a misfield, although a tough one. But they will pick up.
Get a hand on it.
Yeah, they will get 2. I think the fielder will probably feel actually a bit better. Bosh out there. So that was a couple of runs off the first ball. So Griffiths is back on strike. Trying to find the same spot. Can't do that this time.
Yeah, looks like she's just trying to overhit a little bit there. Frustrated with herself, but I think scoring 10 and over is like not difficult by running hard. I think if you can get that one boundary, you might sneak another boundary, you can find some 2s. So I think it's quite easy to get in that mindset of I must hit boundaries every ball, whereas bowlers can bowl good balls.
Yeah, the key thing, if you can, is avoiding the dots, isn't it? Rather than hitting the boundaries. If you avoid dots, the boundaries will probably come.
Yeah, definitely. Because if you're going 4, dot, 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 4, then it is making it difficult. So turning those dots into 1s and 2s, I think by just not trying to overhit, just find those pockets, and they do bowl a good ball.
It's Kopak. And this time trying to find that gap again in the leg side. It's good enough for a single. But now we've had
2 dot dot 1.
2 dot dot 1. So it's 3 or 4 balls. I mean, you're chasing 10 and over.
Yeah, she's looking for that big pocket out at mid wicket, and Annika Bosch is just going out there to fill that gap. I think it is also very easy when you've got big gaps like that to kind of get fixated on that particular gap and try and hit everything there, instead of kind of trying to hit the ball where it should be hit, which sounds silly and easier said than done, but Always so easy.
Leroy just pushing this one down to long on. 2 Annikas in the game. It's quite pleasing, isn't it? Spelled differently, but Leroy and Bosch. Leroy and Bosch. Sounds like an electronic shop or something. I wonder if Bosch is related to the great. My washing machine is Bosch.
Good over from Kate Kopak, just 5 off it.
Yeah, run rate goes up again. This time it creeps over 10, 10.2, and already Somerset are in a tricky position here. We're only 8 overs in.
Gonna need something special to work it out here. But neither of these batters have quite got going yet. Found the middle of the bat as many times they would have liked. But bowling change here. Esme McGregor coming on. I think she took 3 for the reverse fixture. When Somerset were flying, came on, took a few wickets, changed the game, and it got pretty nervy towards the end.
McGregor took a 4-fer.
Oh, 4-fer.
4
My
for
apologies.
26.
Yeah, really good spell from her towards the back end of the game to drag it back Essex's way. So she'll be hoping she can do the same today and take some more wickets.
It's not going well for England at Lords. The women's side in the test match, they require 426 more runs, but they're 31 for 3. Good stop.
31 for 3.
Yes, 31 for 3. Would you like to know who? Bouchier, Beaumont and Siva Brunt are all out for a combined total of 13. Heather Knight, who we've been eulogising today, and Alice Capsey currently at the crease together, chasing an unlikely 457.
I think Heather's going to score 100.
You reckon?
Yeah. I think you just know when she's in one of those modes, nothing's going to stop her.
I'm sure England would be very pleased if she could do that.
And maybe a couple other people.
Yeah, maybe she could score a double 100.
Yeah.
Capsey, another 100.
Yeah, got most of the way there then.
Somerset could do with the Centurion here. In the air, could be out. Or it's just going to go over the head of the fielder. He didn't ever quite get in the right position, was watching the ball and couldn't commit to running to the right place just because she would have had to taken her eyes off it. Tricky one when they just sort of dangle there. Could you have done better, do you think?
Yeah, I don't think she's picked it up early enough to be able to cover that ground. Too far away from her.
That was close, wasn't it?
But again, Griffiths maybe just... I think she's just trying a little bit too hard at the minute. Yeah, trying to find those gaps, and when you do try too hard, the middle of the bat seems to disappear.
Talking to you earlier about your own comeback from serious injury. Just had you out for over a year, but we might hopefully see you again in a Somerset shirt soon. I know we've talked about an ideal comeback sometime this season.
Yeah, hopefully.
Keeping our fingers crossed on that front.
You get there.
But you're not in pain anymore with it, are you? You've had all
No,
the
feeling good.
surgery and everything else to do with it, so it's been a long old road, I know.
Yeah. But I think from looking back to where we've come from to where we are now, I think it's a long and rocky journey, but yeah, it's been worth it. And yeah, like we've come a long way, probably from a year ago, like barely being able to walk anywhere or bend my knee, that kind of thing, to actually just being able to play cricket. Not really have to think about it. It's pretty cool and testament to like the work that the physios and like the SCs have put in with me and grinding it out basically. So yeah, hopefully be making our return soon. So this is the last game of the T20 Blast, and then we've got 6 Metro Bank games after the 100. So that's kind of mid-August. So yeah, locked in on that. Fingers crossed.
It's quite nice they've joined up finals day or finals weekend this year.
Agreed.
In fact, tier 2 is happening today, isn't it? I think.
Yes, it is.
Finals day.
I think it is Gloss versus Glam
Gloss and Glam.
in the final.
West Country / Welsh.
Yes.
Doing well.
So that'll be good.
So, glad to see that.
Yeah, it's much better having the final, well, the men's finals next weekend rather than in
September,
6 weeks' time.
Yeah. Oh, gone, another wicket. Oh, she's fallen over as well. Insult to injury. Griffiths has to go. She goes for 15. Never quite got going in that innings. It was a strange innings from Griffiths, as you said, trying too hard maybe. Never quite got the flow that she was looking for. And so she has to depart for 15.
Yeah, she was trying to find those boundaries. Yeah, trying to find those boundaries and just trying that a little bit too hard and not quite found the middle of the bat today. But, yeah, no faulting her effort.
No, absolutely.
Not her day.
Charlie Dean is the batter. Leroy is now 12 of 16. I feel like she's poised. She's seen a few deliveries now. She's going at less than a run a ball. But she needs to kick on a bit. What she could do with is someone hanging around with her, which, to be fair to Griffiths, she hung around a bit, but never quite looked like she was comfortable out there.
I think a few boundaries and a couple big overs will really accelerate this Somerset innings here. I think they just need a little bit to get them going. Let's go. Extra up drinks break.
Yeah, it's just hot day, isn't it? Quite the same as some of the Football World Cup drinks breaks in air-conditioned stadiums. I was hearing, I had one commentary team on the radio saying that they were literally shivering because the aircon was on so cold and the teams were stopped having a hydration break. Incredible, the idea of an air-conditioned stadium.
Yeah.
It's absolutely crazy.
There must have to be an insane amount of air conditioning.
Imagine the big units somewhere out the back. I don't think that's anything Somerset would be bringing in.
We play at Somerset.
Yes, it is true, isn't it? These temperatures today, very hot. One of the first things you said was how good it was to come up here with the aircon.
I am enjoying the aircon.
Yeah. Dean plays it over the head of the bowler. There's a throw at the stumps, direct hit. I think Dean is more than safe. Well in. Good throw though.
Yeah, well attacked.
Yeah.
But Charlie Dean is.
Should run the bat in. Ooh. Yes. Did a bat run.
Yeah. She's a busy cricketer and I think she'll add good energy to this innings here. Just sneaking those singles, turning dots into ones and kind of hitting different areas as well. So hopefully it will be the energy that Somerset need and then allow Annika Leroy to kind of release the shackles a little bit and get going.
Thought she had a really good World Cup, Charlie D. She played very well. I thought she captained when she was required to very well. Oh, no, that's in the air. Fielder comes in from the boundary, and if this is a wicket, which it is, that could be the end of Somerset's resistance. 50 for 5, and Leroyd, who that was the first shot we've really seen her open up, and she goes for 12 off 17, and Dean will be left now with Hazel, Skelton, Barnes, Harrison, Vukusic to try and chase down 116 runs, 14 runs.
Yeah, Somerset in a whole heap of bother here, and they're going to need something pretty special. And their important batters are gone now. So, yes, looking tricky. That required run rate up at 11 now. Having to do that for over 10 overs is a tough ask. Jess Hazel to the crease now. Very capable batter. So, hopefully they can tick along, but all credit to Essex. I think they've just built pressure there.
Yeah, it's been really good. The bowling has been excellent. It's just the whole fielding effort as well. Because as we said, 160 is not 163. It's not a huge score. Not really, not by this ground standards.
But it's you're in the game score.
You're in the game, exactly. You're in the game. Oh, God. Oh, now you know when your luck's out, don't you? And it's Dean who has to go off strike. Oh, dear. What a lovely touch that was by the bowler who managed to divert the ball onto the stumps, run out of the non-strikers end. It's the second bit of unusual cricket. This is a much more common occurrence, but still, it's very unlucky for Charlie Dean, who was no fault of her own outside of her crease backing up. Let's have another look at it. How intentional was it from the bowler? I think very. Yeah, very. Brilliant bit of work. Dean has to go, and that's the right call. Great bit of cricket from Essex, who are all over Somerset here. 50 for 6.
Yeah,
2 wickets in 2 balls.
I think that probably sums up the current situation quite well there. Just luck going Somerset's way, and that always happens when things start going a little bit wrong. They can go quite wrong quite quickly. Somerset probably playing for pride now.
Well, Dean, just absolutely nothing you can do it. Well, you just have to watch it, really, don't you? The ball comes back so fast. Poor old Jess Hazel will also feel slightly to blame. Not that it's her fault either. You know, it's a nice shot, actually. She's hit it really cleanly and a straight drive. Yeah, it's not going right for Somerset today.
3 wickets in the over. Looks like they've done and dusted.
Yeah, halfway through this innings, hard to see any sort of way that Somerset can work their way back into this game. You just have to see something incredible, probably from these two, really. Skelton and Hazel. Oh, that's a huge ask. 11.4 runs per over for 10 overs. If Somerset win this game, we're about to see something incredible. I always think that this, if we're about to see something absolutely amazing. If they're going to win this game. Good run there. McGregor.
Yeah, I think Somerset will be pretty disappointed to end the T20 campaign in the way that they have done, kind of being in contention for finals day, needing to win the last 3 out of 3 to get through. But just kind of stumbled at the last hurdle, and I don't think they've shown the best of what they can do. But like, all credit to them for being in that position in the first place.
Well, it's taken an edge. It'll run towards the boundary. There is a fielder stationed at third. Pulls it in, just the 1 run added.
I think it's harder to take when you know how good you can be, which I think they probably showed at the start of the competition. But yeah, just drifted a little bit for this second half. But positives to take for next season, and a lot of great individual performances in there.
Yeah, of course, it's a bit of a it was a reset, wasn't it, at the start of the season with the new head coach coming in. So yeah, stuff to work on. But there have been tweaks. For instance, moving Sophie Luff up the order has been a great move, which has allowed middle order Neve Holland to kind of express herself where she is, although she's also performed a bit up the order as well. But it's just, it feels a lot more settled than last season. It really didn't click. In the 50 over game, it did. T20, there was a long, what was the stretch of games without a win? It was a long stretch, wasn't it, last season? So no, let's not.
I think there was one win
Yeah.
in the competition. But yeah, so to turn it around and
This
be
has
in
been much
contention for
better.
finals
Absolutely.
up until the last 2 games, I
Yeah.
think is such a good place to be.
Absolutely, yeah. It's been an improvement. It's good bowling from McGregor. Not a lot you can do with those very full straight deliveries, really. Especially with the field spread like it is, it's going to be hard to get boundaries from that. Of course, with the wicketkeeper up as well, with the car right down, breathing down your neck. You don't want to come running down the wicket too much either, try and turn them into full tosses. Fired down the ground. That's one thing you can do, is give yourself a bit of space, back yourself to hit it down the ground. 4 runs, or flamethrowers. I've got a feeling we haven't heard those for a while, have we? I think they're sort of like, well, we're not going to see too many 4s in this innings. Perhaps they're just using up the bit of gas they've got left.
A great shot from Jess Hazel there. You know, she's a top batter. She can do things like that. I think both these batters will just want to bat for as long as they can and get a big score on the board.
Why not? Good opportunity for these two, coming in fairly early for them. Perhaps too early to have had any chance of getting a score. Batters who've gone before them not making many, but a chance for them to get some runs under their belts.
I'm going to love you and leave you.
Well,
Go
thank
and eat
you.
my
Have you still not eaten your cup of chai?
No.
You got cold chip, a cold chip cup. Go and enjoy those. Thanks very much, Emma. Always good to have you. Oh, that's Misfield there. Head towards the boundary. Don't think it'll reach there. How are your ears? Yeah, sore ears. It's a tough old job. Oh, bit of a mix-up, and will be another wicket. Some poor running there between the wickets. You can see what they're trying to do is up the run rate. And Essex are running rampant here in Taunton today. They've been brilliant. Really good with the bat. Excellent with the ball in the field. Somerset are 57 for 6 and staring down the barrel of a pretty big defeat here. Still over 100 runs behind Essex's total. Well, they won't want to watch this back, I don't think, these two very much. Completed the 1 run. 2 looked good. And then a little bit of hesitation. Yeah, no, that hesitation is what led to the wicket. Skelton who's gone. Hazel on 5. And Lola Harris is the new batter.
Lola Harris.
It's all gone Pete Tong. From one Pete to another. Tree goes alongside me. Yeah, have you got your hair in there? Oh, be careful with your hair. You don't want to mess it up, do you? Always got to look your best, Pete. But it's not been good for Somerset, this, I'm afraid. Harris fires one out into the covers area.
No, the innings just didn't get going, and just nothing's really gone Somerset's way, has it? I think rubber stamped by the run out, backing up dismissal of Charlie Dean. You always know you're on the struggle bus if things like that happen. We've seen 2 quite unusual run-outs today, but yeah, Essex massively on top. I mean, still stand by the fact that the score was in the par region, and being 60 for 7 have very much batted themselves out of the game.
Had 3 run-outs. Two of them very unusual. Well, one of them extremely unusual. It's about saving face now for Somerset. They're not going to go at 12.5 and over for 8 overs. So what can they do? Essex will leapfrog them in the table, which will be frustrating.
Yeah, I think in these sort of situations, you as the remaining batters have to probably flip into quite a selfish mode and view this as just a good opportunity to get some practice in for later in the season, knock it around, try your level best to get a nice score under your belt, be not out. It's likely to be able to do enough to have a chance of winning. It's not only the loss of the wickets, the run rates.
McGregor with ball in hand. Somerset hoping to get something on the board that looks a little bit more acceptable than where they are at the moment. 62 for 7. 63 for 7. So you had your chips then. What did you have with it? Was it fish and chips or sausage and chips?
Well,
Savoy.
I think it was supposed to be a fish, but it didn't go down like it had ever spent any time in any water, put it that way. A little bit on the dry side.
Quick running,
Another
direct
run
hit, she's
out
gone.
chance. Oh my lord, it's
not far off.
Harry Carey time out there in the middle.
I'll tell you what, that throw was close. We've got a good angle of that from where we are and just over the top. Wasn't far away. Could have been a 4th run out of the day, a 3rd of the innings. Must be pulling their hair out in the Somerset dressing room watching that happen.
Yeah, I think it's just the nature of T20 cricket. You always have the occasional complete blowout. This is definitely it. That could have been all over for Jess Hayes as well. That's missed the stump by a lick of pink paint. It's hard to be overly positive about the Somerset performance here, and after a pretty decent effort with the ball, I think, on the whole. I think there clearly was a momentum shift, towards the back end of the Essex innings, getting up to 163. It looked like if Somerset bowled well, what it would, 140 would have been quite, I think a good end result for Somerset. A couple of big overs, good batting. I would imagine that Essex would have gone into the halfway stage being pretty buoyant, considering where they were, 10, 12 overs out. They've just kept the momentum, and Somerset haven't done anything really to try and wrestle it back, and we are where we are, 65 for 7 at the moment, and staring down the barrel of a defeat here. Lola Harrison and Jess Hazel can play for pride. Trips up the ball nicely back with the square on the leg side. She picks up her first boundary. But yeah, there always are things to bat for. Like I said, it's not insignificant with plenty of games left in the season to get a number of batters in. Probably haven't contributed huge amounts to get themselves some scores, so still something to play for, but probably more on a personal, individual note rather than trying to win a game, which is a shame.
Disappointing end to the season for Somerset. T20 still a batch of 50 over games to come once the 100's finished.
I don't don't remember over the past 25 plus years that there's such a thing as a 70 for 7 wicket here at Taunton. That's happened. It's a crazy game. We've
I
had some
reckon-
crazy moments, haven't we? There are a couple of Scrivens I think run out in
Yeah.
particular. I think was quite a moment where you think that some crazy things can happen. Very unusual to see. It's probably a 1 in every 5 season dismissal for Charlie Dean. Run out backing up. It doesn't happen very often at all.
I think we're going to see Bryony Gilgrass at the bowl. She is
Take bowling from the river end.
medium pace we're going to see now. Chance for a bit of new talent coming through the Essex ranks. Why is it medium pace? It's clearly a mistake from the assistant. No number on the shirt. It's a big moment when you get your first kit with your number and name on it. It's not, I'm afraid, something that Bryony Gilgrass has experienced here at Essex yet. She comes again, right armour. Giving yourself a bit of space here. Oh no, not again. Surely not. The throw is terrible. And luckily, oh, and there's going to be overthrows now. What is going on? And in the end, they go against running again. Dear, oh dear. There's some pretty poor cricket happening out there at the minute.
Yeah, I think we'll put that into the folder.
The running has been, I know why they're having to run, but communication's been very poor. This time they're both on the same hymn sheet.
Yeah, you have a couple of mix-ups like that, and the confidence in calling goes down, and almost inevitable that there's going to be another issue because running between the wickets, between a partnership's massively built on trust. As soon as you think your partner is predisposed to a dodgy call, you start to get a little bit more selective in which ones you agree with.
It's gone high and out. Another one goes and Gilgrass picks up a wicket, which will mean a lot to her, because she has picked up 20 of those now, 21 after that wicket.
Yeah, it's dismissal indicative of Somerset batting today, really. I think there's much grey matter used there. Biggest boundary you could probably play on in the season, and trying to clear. It's just not smart. Just not smart. It's just gifting your wicket away playing a shot like that. I understand the situation. You've got to look for boundaries, but it's such a big hit to try and clear that field around there. That was actually a really probably about as a pretty well struck slog sweep in fairness, but it's just straight down the throat. Yeah. Deep mid wicket fielder. That's the 8th wicket down for 74 on the board. One more left in this 14th over.
If you've got a very stiff breeze or if the field is up, you could have a look at that shot, but if the field is there, I don't know what is. I mean, there is a breeze, but it's not going to be strong enough to take the ball.
Olivia Barnes to the crease now. Jess Hazel on 10.
Picks up a run straight away, and that's a successful over from Gilgrass. Getting the wicket in there.
You mentioned about the no name on the sheet. Is this debut?
No. She's played 21.
Oh, so not first wicket.
No, she played 26. Sorry, T20 matches.
She doesn't have a name, a number.
She's recently signed from the academy, Essex. Also played a bit of England under 19s. 3 T20s, 2 ODIs, the under 19s. So yeah, surprisingly she hasn't got a number. It feels like you've been around enough to have.
Well, if you played 20 games, that's I don't think you can do that in the American game. Can you play a first team game without signing? Even if it's just a short-term contract.
Down the leg side, and there will be a run. So, 2 wides there.
Right, Charlie, how do we cheer this up? Right. Got to cheer up, haven't we? We're flat.
Well, I mean, for
It's
Essex,
tough, isn't it?
Essex, we're having the time of their lives out there.
Yeah, they've deserved the position they're in.
Yeah,
At the back end of their batting, the way they bowled, and I feel like I've done too much to scrap against the tide, unfortunately.
Nice shot.
Against the stumps, and
There
very
we are.
nicely played by Jess Hazel.
Reasons to be cheerful for Somerset.
That brings a smile to the face. Lovely little ramp shot there by Somerset's wicketkeeper batter. Beautifully played off the middle bat. Moves on to 14.
'81 for 8 in the 15th over. In comes McGregor. Giving herself space here, Hazel. Get it, it's an under edge. Barnes on strike. That one. There is a second game here today. We're not bringing it to you on the live stream, but you can watch it on Sky and you can listen to it on the BBC. If you want to keep on across how Somerset men get on, big game for them. They've done really well recently, turned things around.
Yeah, when I was downstairs chatting to a couple of supporters, they were just talking about how excited they were for tonight's game, and we were chatting about it on Friday during the game, myself and Harry, and you just think if Somerset, I think from a mentality point of view, it was interested with Northampton, sort of how off the ball they were after playing the group stages fantastically. Yeah. They kind of booked their spot a couple of weeks ago. Somerset were dead and buried 2 weeks ago, and I just think there's no doubt, and certainly don't blame them at all. Eyes are on that knockout stage game that Northampton going to be facing, and just didn't quite look at the races which you absolutely need to be in T20 cricket. Somerset, is about peaking at the right time as well, and you just think that if Somerset can get themselves through from being where they were a couple of weeks ago, they're going to be such a good headspace.
And this is where
and all the injuries, injured players coming back as well.
Exactly. Having the quarterfinals and the finals day so close to each other as well, and so close to the group stage, I mean, is what could help Somerset, as you say, with that momentum.
Yeah, but still a big job to do tonight. Another shot there, this time by Olivia Barnes, only going to pick up one this time. Yeah, you could easily see a seriously dominant Northants team falter, and Somerset just on the crest of a wave at the right time, getting themselves to another finals day. But massive job to do tonight.
It's a bit of a confusing setup this year, the way they've split the teams into 3 tables to get them down to 8 teams. Obviously, doesn't quite work out easily. Oh, shot! Pick that one up nicely.
Come on over to my side. It's Hazel with another boundary. He moves on to 20. It is 90 for 8.
15 over then for Somerset on the family stand.
Because Somerset could still finish second in their group.
Is it? I mean, I did ask Harry because he's more the numbers statsy guy. Is it win and through for Somerset, or is still other results?
Actually, probably yes, it is. Actually, I need to probably delve into it. But yeah, at the moment they're in 7th out of 8 of the top teams. Yeah, win and through.
Dad, Mum's lost out, unfortunately. Guys, have a great rest of your day.
Still on for a home quarter final if 4 results go our way.
I think again the general feel about how the season was going 2 weeks ago. Let's just take the win and through.
Yeah, it's they're almost, as you said, dead and buried, written off. Just turned around the corner by Barnes, no run. But yeah, what that can do for mentality, the coming back, the momentum, seeing Smead come back into that side, seeing TKC doing well. Thomas Rue at the top of the order. It's been really exciting for the men. Sadly, here today, the women have not been able to.
Yeah, I did say the way that Thomas Rue is opening the batting, and he's plays the game in such a similar fashion to Tom Banton. But Tom's back from England duty. Maybe there's a case that slides in at number 3, but who knows? So, both of those, well, all of those batters, as we saw on Friday night, they're a nuisance to bowl at. Especially Tom Rue with his ability to score as 360 is. Will Smead's a little bit more prescribed, very powerful, and bludgeons the ball if you bowl into length at him. You often disappear over the stand. A very dangerous player, but if Somerset have unearthed another player that's got that 360 game. Very tricky team to play. And talking of 360 shots, that reverse sweep from Olivia Barnes brings a smile to the face. She looks at the boundary.
Exciting times, especially with, I quite like the finals day and then right up here with the group stage. It's much more preferable, I think, than having it in September. Full toss, turning to the leg side. She found the gap, not quite. Good bit of fielding. Couple of runs there. These two going along, just making it look a bit less like a thrashing. Came together at 74 for 8, so already 22 runs. I think that's the best partnership we've had. Yeah. No. I think she's okay. Not sure why there's.
I feel like off memory there seems to be a lot of near run-outs when Jess at the crease. So I heard her on the effects mic shout yes for that then. And that would have been, I don't think Olivia would have got halfway.
It's just never a yes. I like the attacking intent, but there's just needs to be a bit of thought behind it as well, doesn't it? Yeah, not Somerset's finest look, this, which is a shame given it's such a, well, look, you can see the scene there, what a beautiful day it is. The final of the season for the T20. Not how they would have wanted it to end. A good win for Essex. Takes them above Somerset in the table. Swept to the fielder. Good connection with it. Oh, they're going to come back for 2. Yeah, it's got there, but had the throw been better, it might have been tied.
Fierce male bowling at the Trescothic stand end at the moment. Couple of runs. Somerset to bring up 3 figures, which didn't look that likely a while ago. These two are putting on a partnership led by Jess Hazel, who's 23 at the moment.
Reverse, lovely shot. Oh, run on that. Some very, very attacking runs being taken here by Somerset. That's one way of describing them. The 100 is up.
I think there's a little bit of run on the shot going on.
Yeah. It did go straight to the field, straight to the fielder's hands. And again. 20 balls to go. Somerset require 64 to win. It's a run rate of nearly 20. Oh, there'll be a run there. It's bounced over Sophia Smale, who does the most awkward roly-polies I think I've ever seen. Pick up a single. Hazel, by the way, top scorer now by quite a long way. Oh, in the air and gone. She was running on that as well.
Yeah, been either caught or run out.
Caught or run out one way or another. So Barnes has to go for 9, and Somerset's T20 season is on the verge of coming to an end for 2026.
Barnes caught behind by Amara.
Be Erin Kusik who comes out. Ponytail flowing out the back of her helmet.
New batter from Somerset, sponsored by King's College. Number 16, Erin Kusik.
Barnes really had any idea where that ball was.
So if in doubt, run. It's just one of those days. Somerset just so many positives this season about the batting and performances. I suppose that's why it's so surprising to see a performance like this. Even the games that Somerset have come second, they've been in the game for long periods, but it was a bit of a blowout today, early on, and no recovery. Jess Hazel is on 25 now, so she's played her part. She's done well. She is the top scorer of the innings, but that seems quite a low-hanging fruit today.
Kusik on strike then, as Gilgrass is in. She will pick up a run. It has gone to the fielder. I think that was fairly safe, really, when you think about Erin wants to. I think the answer to that has to be a no. Hazel back on strike. Comes Gilgrass. Reverse sweep in the air. It's going to land safely. Plugs a bit. At least one of them. You're going to run a second. No. For Kusick back on strike. Joined us in the commentary box for a few of the 50 over games recently. She done there, managed to get the. It's not a bad delivery. I think she's got the bat just enough of an edge to guide it past the off stump. She picks up a single for that. Hazel back on strike. Last ball of this over. Another sweep shot. And actually, she's done pretty well there. Not sure it's going to reach the boundary. Good chasing. Substitute.
Somerset struggling here. 2 overs to go. 109 for 9. England women also a bit of strife. 67 for 5 at the moment. Chasing a lot. It's India and Lords.
Yeah, not going well for England there. Something to cheer up Somerset and England fans. Ideally, a win in the second game of the doubleheader would do that after a disappointing performance here from Somerset. 2 overs to go. We are going to see Grace Scrivens, the captain, at the ball now. Right armour. Defended by the Kusick. Oh, she sweeps. Somehow that's not hit the stumps. Is there an under edge? Just took it past because it looked like a pretty straight ball to me. And there's by, so no touch on it. This isn't going to be as big a thrashing as it looked like it might be, but still, going to be a big win this for Essex.
Just worried this game's going to finish with a run out, you know.
Be almost quite fitting, wouldn't it? Down the pitch. Fielder picks up on the boundary. It's Gardner. Just the one. Somerset see out these balls, then 8 to come. A single there. Just reducing the victory margin now rather than any chance of winning this one. Reversing again, and they're going to take a quick single. If the throw's good, it's wrong end really. Well backed up by Kusick, who was running to the danger end. It's the end of that over then. 1 to come. And Somerset require 49 runs, so it's not going to happen. 1 wicket in hand. And I guess for Somerset, they'd like to finish 9 down rather than all out.
Jess Hazel finished the innings off. He's on 32 and has played nicely.
And the final over to be bowled from the river end by Brian.
Unfortunately for Somerset today, fielded on the whole pretty well in the first innings. Did well in the end to get up to 163. That's proving plenty enough today.
Reverse again. It's gone to the fielder. The bowler. Oh, they're going to run a second. Appreciated by the crowd, which has been growing throughout this game. People come in. Slightly later match than we were expecting for the women today. Shot, got hold of that. The fielder is there though. Oh, they want a second run as well, and have the throw gone to the other end. Seen another run out, I think. Luckily for Somerset, went to the bowler rather than the keeper. Cusick was desperate for that second run.
Erin's definitely in the Sophie Luff camp of running between the wickets.
She's very hard.
Right on it.
Hazel on strike again then. Down the ground, in the air, and going to fall short of the fielder. Erin wants another run. Hits Hazel. Well, Hazel's on 36. The next biggest score is Alex Griffiths, who made 15. Cusick is on strike. 3 balls to come in this innings. She's not made it together. A bit late on. 2 balls to come. Deft little touch on that one. Could get 2 for it. Come back to the second. Score up to 6.
One ball remaining in the innings. It's going to be Somerset's day for the women's team. The first ball, 1 for 26 at the moment. Kusic tries to go down the ground, and that's the 10th wicket. Gilgrass picks up 2 and it's finished as much of it. Played out really. Somerset quite the races in the second half.
Somerset are bowled out for 122. Congratulations.
Somerset all out for 122. Rather underwhelming second half.
It was really the game, one of those where you knew it was going from quite a long time before, just because of how that collapse happened early on. Somerset, just, as you said, never got going. They were 50 for 6 before the halfway point, and at that stage really struggling to get any kind of meaningful total when they're chasing what we could call the lowish par of 163. So disappointing way for Somerset to end that T20 season. They'll go away now for a break. There's a bit of the 100 to come. A lot of those players, 7 of them, heading off to various teams around the country, and they'll reconvene here at Taunton to carry on with the 50 over competition, where Somerset have had some good results this season. So all not lost yet, but just a damp squib.
Yeah, we wish them well. The players going off to the 100, and they've earned those positions through good performances. I think they're throughout this season in the the Metro Bank and the Vitality Plus. I think there's been good signs, good positive signs for the Somerset group as a whole. The brand of cricket they're playing today, they just weren't at the races, sadly. But I think there's a lot to play for after a break. I'd say 7 players going off to play the 100 and reconvene in a 3 or 4 weeks' time to go back into the action. And you never know, we might be seeing how they might.
It would be great. If she depends what she's retired from. Yeah, she retired from all cricket or international cricket. Anyway, we'll find out. A reminder: no coverage of the next game on the live stream because Sky Sports will be covering it, so you can watch that there. Or if you're not a Sky Sports subscriber, you can listen in to the BBC commentary from our friends Anthony and Mark, who are next door. We're going to bring you coverage of Somerset men who are taking on Worcestershire Rapids.